bro, because you know how I do a lot of weird Twisted Metal themed stuff over here. That'd be pretty cool. And have like the little angel Newfound Life thing I made where he's trying to shoot me, and I'm just like smashing him, and I'm smashing the other ones. And I'm like the big Calypso, and they're all trying to fight me. They'll all be Twisted Metal contestants, and I'll be like Calypso, just be like just like a big old giant in front of him. That'd be pretty cool, actually. It's a good intro. I should work on that. Maybe we could do that. I was gonna look through the YouTubes. Let's go ahead and look through the YouTubes first, and then maybe we'll draw. But you guys remind me of that because that's gonna be an intro, like a short little intro for the episodes or whatever. We'll do like a little banana intro where it's animated and it's like characters or whatever from the community. It was probably gonna take a lot of time, but yeah. Anyway, let's look on the YouTubes. See what happened today. I saw Mike complaining earlier. I know that was pretty funny. I don't know if you guys want to see that again. I'm sure you guys all seen Gen X Jeff's. Cheesehead hasn't did nothing. Jeff went live earlier. Jack went live earlier. Dave's been going live. Ruru's out, so we'll just get rid of that. So I don't need to click it. Olive oil. I was looking for a channel, but I couldn't find it. Oh yeah, I was gonna do a little thing with my daughter. It was gonna be like, "You're my best friend." It was gonna be in the short, like where we're like just sitting there and junk, but didn't put it in there because I was like, that's too cheesy or whatever. Maybe I'll do it like some little park pictures or something where we're like playing around at the park. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Rebel's mad. I was looking at Rebel's channel earlier. He's mad because he needs 850. So if somebody really wants to help out Rebel, go ahead and go to his channel here. Let's see if we can share it. And then you could go give him $8.50. if in you please. He wants it. And yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't care. He just seemed like he was having a bad time. All right. Let's see. Gen X Jeff. Let's see if that fucker's alive right now. Motherfucker's always live. Whew. All right. No, he hasn't went live since earlier. We saw the one where he got shit on and then he came back already. So we can watch the aftermath of that somewhere around here. Watch.
When they were gunned down.
And
their whole studio.
And
Freak, is that you?
Here we go.
Last night they had like 10 or 20
Who
Gen
the
X
fuck's
Jeff
this
accounts that
guy?
kept coming in.
Wait, how young is this guy? Did somebody check this guy's age? Jeffrey, you should not be grooming this little boy, Jeffrey. You're gonna make him autistic and gay like fucking you did to Mike. Huh, that's what Moose looks like.
Oh, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
And this is another thing that's I might need to like find a wrench, like just get at least one wrench that could
I mean,
sit here.
I don't know why I don't have a wrench. I mean, I've been here. I know I'm not queer, but I would never.
No, it's Moose. I took all the. It's not even.
Oh, that
personal.
kid
I took
is
them all
gay,
away
too. He's like,
until I
no.
could figure out how to re-implement them again. I just
Yeah,
did a complete reset on everybody.
I'm gonna
It
try to
wasn't
learn
And you
these
know I
things.
like to abuse my
This is
power.
not
I mean,
comfortable
let's be
like
honest.
this.
I like to
This
press
is not
buttons.
comfortable.
When you give me the buttons, I press the buttons. If you
know.
gave me the buttons here, I'd be pressing buttons to make shit funnier, you know?
I know,
That's just
mashing
me.
those buttons.
Definitely. What's up, guys? Gobos and Moose and
Hey,
Jeff,
freak.
Hello.
Salute.
I mean, freak. Mike.
Hey,
I was looking at the chat. Sorry.
No problem. But Jeff, it's a slippery slope. So what Moose was saying was exactly correct. You have to be careful not to alienate the content versus short-term money.
Right.
And Mr. P, we had this thing where Mr. P got a bunch of money one night, and Mr. P was like, Mike, give me your Cash App. In other words, he's going to throw me. In other words, he was going to throw me, and I said, bro, no, that's yours. You're a channel creator. It takes work doing this stuff. It's not free, but banning somebody for a week, I'll tell you this, and Jeff, this has nothing to do with you or anybody on panel. If I'm banned for a week, I'm not.
Trying to-
Jeff, it's me.
I was
You're
trying to
good.
do all the
Because-
gestures.
No,
I
because
was trying
it's
to mimic
disrespectful
the
to me and
gestures
what I
of the
bring.
kid.
My
It was like
my
doing a lot of
aggravation sometimes,
this
but
and
no, the
this
kickoff game
and
was
like
great. Your troll game is great.
Like,
But
I'm like,
those
what the fuck is he
those
doing?
add up more
You
than
know,
bad
I don't
like,
think the troll game went that well.
that's why I kept doing it. I was like, what? He did this. He did this. He's like, kind of like finger my. I'm like, damn, is he autistic too? So now we got like a little baby Jeff right here, a gay autistic Australian, right? And he's like half a Canadian. So
Yeah. Well, if people are, I'll say this: if two people are down for it, it's going to work. But if
Mhm.
one person really doesn't want to engage in that, it's kind of like,
So you didn't want to engage in it, and that's the face you make right there. You're like, no, it's just me, Mike Zeroni. I just don't like to engage in all the drama. It follows you for a reason, jackass. Trust me, there's a lot of reasons. I can list like 49 easy. So, sheesh.
There's too
Yeah.
much like gray areas of consent. Like it's supposed to be fun and everybody's in on it. And if that's not the case, it just has the potential to
Create
increase
areas
the
of
drama.
consent.
definitely.
So
But yeah,
always
and,
say that.
you know,
I wouldn't do it if I was you.
I'm not.
Right?
And it's
Well,
I'm
it's
here
not
for the
healthy
long
for
game. I would
Mike at
rather
all.
people contribute because they see a benefit that this channel is providing to people and they want to support that than that they're doing it for
To make it a
drama
game
or troll
show,
stuff.
Yeah, like a little
Yeah.
game show. Yeah, it's fun.
yeah,
Well, I'm
if
gonna be
somebody-
real with you. If
Yeah.
give me 1 sec, Mike. Yeah, I'm gonna be totally real with you. If you let people come up here and talk shit to me, I wouldn't come back. That ain't happening to me. Like
Yeah, I did not like the results of what I observed the other day.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, as me, I'm not going to sit there and take that stuff because what it does to your psyche and stuff, it's not good for you to absorb that shit, man. Even if
And there's
you think
plenty
it's
of
funny,
other channels.
it's
to get-
weird.
That is very, very true. Mikey Cerrone, the fact that you subjected yourself to as much of that as you did, and you do it a lot. That's why at certain points it was like when you were on my channel, it'd be like, well, first of all, we're not going to keep doing this over and over and over. It'd be like, hey, do it once, get it out of your system. And then if somebody else wants to come up at some other time, and it would just be one-on-ones. But I mean, like a whole jump in. It was like Moose's birthday all over again, but with Jeff. I love it. Good times, good times.
Different.
And
For sure.
I could walk into another room and they'll be like, Moose,
Hey,
well,
where's
come on in, man. What's up? Where you been, dude? Oh, we missed you. Oh, come home. Like, do this, do that. Just like Mike. Mike's got places to go too. And I'm not saying
No, he don't.
specifically
No,
anybody.
he
I'm just saying
doesn't.
it could be anybody who comes up on panel and says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not coming.
Somebody's
I'm not
Mike's
coming back. He just
staticking
never
now.
comes
I
back.
don't think it's my earpiece. Is
and
it?
and I'm sorry, go
Go
ahead.
I think it was.
I was just gonna ask real quick. Did you ban trans Jesus? I just wanted to know. So I'm calling them out. I want them to come up here if they're gonna be using my picture. my
I'm
photo
not
picture.
sure what I did. I timed out or banned or something.
Okay,
So
no worries. Then. No worries.
it's
Let it go.
I did one of them. I'm just not sure which one I chose.
Alright, cool. All good.
Depends on how much they irritate me in the moment.
It's all good.
Put Hebrews if you
Sun's
want. Put
going
Hebrews
down.
channel in the chat.
Yeah, I
mean,
can
people
do
would subscribe. Yeah, people would subscribe. to it.
I put them all in the description, and I'll promote anybody's channel that comes up
Yeah,
here.
come hang out, Mike.
Yeah, come hang out, mate.
They're so
Are you-
easy to.
There's,
Are you Hebrew operator? Is that what it is? Is it Hebrew
If it-
operator?
there it
Which
goes.
one
Uh,
is-
right now it's just
Strawberries
Hebrew Hammer right
and
now, but I am operator.
cream.
But I took the operator off.
Smooth. It really does
I put
kind of
Hebrew
taste like
Hammer and it
that
comes up that movie.
strawberries
Remember the
and
movie, The Hebrew Hammer?
Yeah, I
That
know.
little
You gotta scroll
flavor
down
on
quite
your
a bit.
tongue, I guess. The way it goes down or
great
something
movie.
real
But
smooth.
I tried to find. I couldn't
Hey,
find. I
people
found the
are evil,
operator. but I
Jeff
just
I've been
is
trying to
evil.
get you on my channel
Those
for
are
months,
facts.
and you never.
Yeah.
I've asked you a couple times.
Come up.
Straight,
I'll come up and talk to you.
straight facts.
Come up.
You'll
Yeah,
link
man.
if you do want to
Fun.
join.
I'll get a
Eric.
view.
Yeah.
I'll get a view.
That would be a
there.
hoot. I gotta work tonight until 9 or whenever, tomorrow, next day, whatever. But come over.
Yeah, I got him in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, you've been
ago.
going live a lot lately.
Yeah,
I go live a lot.
yeah. But you have to, and like Hebrew was saying, and Moose was saying, getting monetary stuff is you want to go the long game. You don't want to
Yeah.
go the short game because I'll tell you why.
Look at this.
I've seen people take $100, $100.
Look at this part. Look at this part. He's talking about, I think, was it Mike? Who was it? Joey? Somebody took like $100 and kicked Mike off for a long time, I think. I forget who it was actually. Who was it that kept doing that? I think they actually did it a few times. Was it Ross Kahn or somebody that kept paying like $100 to get Mike kicked off of panels. It was just like for the night, but every time right when Mike joined, she'd just show up and be like, nope. And like she'd give him $100 and Mike would just be gone for the night. And Mike would get his feelings hurt, Jeffrey, since I'm assuming you'll see this or somebody that knows him will tell him. Mike is the only person that's ever gotten like $100 to be kicked off for the night in the community, as far as I know. Somebody, who the fuck was it? Was it Paladin? I want to say tried to kick Julia off of Joey's for $1,000, but he just got scammed for his money because why trust Joey? Dumbass.
$150 to ban somebody for like a week or two, and the person never comes back. And then the people that were following that person don't come back. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying.
See, and he's saying the people that follow that person don't come back, meaning all the trolls. Now you can get some money, Jeff, and might get his feelings hurt and leave. And all the trolls and everybody are going to go with them. And that might just be like the most zen, relaxing-ish shit in the world. Like the equivalent of like a mental massage or some shit, you know?
You're selling your channel for $100.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It incentivizes like the worst behavior. And I'm trying to...
It does.
I'm trying to like support higher behavior here. And so it's sending a very mixed message about what I'm doing here.
If you want me to play with people, I will. People will come.
If you want me to play with people, I will. You're not a fucking kid, Mike. You're not a little kid. Just because you wear a little pink shirt and call him Daddy Jeff, that doesn't make you his son. You're like both the same fucking age. You're both like 50 years old. You're the same damn ages. You're not his son, Mike. Like, would you like me to go play with them, Jeffrey? Because I will, I guess.
Come up, I'll aggravate them, and they can pay to kick me off. And I'll be done in 20, 30 minutes.
You will? You'll offer to start doing that?
I can do it if you want me to. I can irritate people. We all know that. But yeah,
that isn't hard.
Yeah,
I didn't know those rich.
I've seen people pay $600 for a wrench on another channel. Damn. Somebody could give me $100 and I will give them a wrench depending if I like the person enough, you know. But sure, I'll sell some wrenches. $100.
Just were so. What do they get out of that? Just the sense of power.
Cash out.
I don't know. Well, the good
people will pay $600 for a sense of power for a short period.
Be like, who wants a wrench?
Well, I know a chick who like rents people's channels. She'll like rent channels for like a half hour, an hour. Then she has like the power of the channel. She'll go up as the leader, you know, and kick whoever she wants off. And like it could be an enemy. Like you can go, hey, like you don't like me, I don't like you, but can I rent your channel for a couple $100? And you're the owner of the channel for the, you know, whenever like a live.
I told you Liliana was good because she had me renting them out for $20 the other day, and I thought I was making a killing. Little did I know.
Could have been making
the only thing, Jeff, the only caveat to the whole thing that you're trying to do is remember, as of right now, you're still a mid-sized channel. You're not a big channel yet. You'll get there.
I think I'm small. I don't even say mid-size. I'm not even over 1,000.
You're not even a mid-sized channel. None of us are yet. None of us. Maybe Frauder trolls in the mid-sized channel ranges, kind of, but that depends who you're talking to. If you're talking to people in this community, then yeah, he's at least in the mid-sized channels. He's damn near a big channel like Schrodinger's cat and all of them were, you know, but on like Team Skeptic and shit, you know, but I don't think he's just there yet. No.
Once you
I don't even have all my features unlocked yet.
Once you break that 500 and you're heading towards the 1,000, right? You're getting towards the 1,000. But look at now, you have 630 something people, right? Subscribed, right?
Wow.
But some nights you'll get 1,000 views.
Wow.
So people are watching. There are people,
you know what? I never look at my view number. Almost never.
There's people that are watching it.
Ever.
And those people that are watching, if they're listening, subscribe. Don't just watch the channel and not subscribe. Help Jeff grow. Help him get to the 1,000. That's the next 500.
Because believe it or not, this is
Yeah.
ultimately a mental health channel, and I'm trying to be part of the mental health solution. And
Yeah.
so this is like a support network for men and men's mental health, etc. So regardless of how it appears, sometimes we cut up and clown and have fun
Yeah.
and have drama. But I'm moving toward a larger goal of mental health.
And whatever your genre is, basically
Genre?
life counseling with advice, past experiences of your own, subjective, criticism. In other words, you will get on somebody, Jeff, but you're not putting them down. So to speak. You're
1,100
trying
to
to
wear
nudge
a
them in a
MAGA
positive
hat.
direction. There's ways to
That's funny. It'd be like, oh yeah, now the frickin' Republicans are paying people to wear the Trump hats. They're that bad. People gotta pay. Just joking. Jeffrey, I remember he goes on to say how much he likes them. So I'm like, whatever. I never really got into the hats that are like, well, actually, I don't think I have any hats. But if I did, it'd probably just be like a regular Nike cap or something. It wouldn't be nothing fucking political. Maybe it'll be like Booby Inspector or something, and it'll have like the dude from the Squidbillies on it, the main dude. What's this name? Marley, or I forget his name. Harley? What the hell's his name again?
to kind of let someone know they're messing up without demeaning.
It's
Like,
probably
you
not
got
even
on me a few
close.
times, and I didn't get offended. I didn't yell at you. I've never yelled at you because I listen to what you have to say, and I'm like, yeah, he's right, and I tone it down. But people will try to
tone it down,
lambast somebody, and they'll just yell at them back, and it's not teaching anybody anything. So, but you're on the right.
Mike, Mr. P.
It just
I don't know if
ignores
this is
Mike.
for me or somebody
He just
else, but
ignores
I
Mike.
actually
He just ignored Mike completely. He's like, okay, you done talking, Mike? It's my turn to talk. This kid's over here, like, I got autism and now I'm eating fucking Kit Kats. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be hyper as shit.
I was looking for a MAGA hat. I want one of the new MAGA hats that Trump had, that Chuck had the other day. He showed us that we looked at the MAGA website and I went shopping for MAGA hats. So I would actually pay to wear a MAGA hat.
I know a guy. He's an older guy, and he wears it at the ocean front, and people just like curse at him and snicker.
What?
I have a red Bubba Gump shrimp hat that I'm gonna try to wear out one day just to see if people react to it.
Oh my God, man! They'll be clowning around you. You gotta cut holes in the top of it so the antlers can come out of the hat. Jeff.
I love that movie.
It is a good movie.
Oh goodness gracious, that is funny. But yeah. What are
Thank you,
gonna do?
Liliana. She's looks like she's sticking around.
Oh, member for 1 month. Look at
Oh,
Thank
that.
you very, very, very much. Every
Yes.
99 cent helps.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, make a
It adds up.
99
If you
cents
get
level.
think about one thing, Jeff. You get
You get nothing.
600 and something members. That's some bank. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather do like new tiers with additional content than
Yeah.
than the drama stuff.
Yeah. And you have to remember, Jeff, as you grow, you're going to get more haters are going to come up. So just kind of be
I know,
mindful.
I'm starting to see that.
Just
Starting
be
to realize that.
mindful.
It's dawning on me.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because you're the new kid on the block that's blowing up. That's why. Yeah.
Well, I want to. Jack came up here earlier talking about gratitude. I want to express my gratitude for everybody that's helping me with shit like this and educate me and point me out because this is unknown territory to me.
And Jeff, if you notice, everybody on this panel right now, we don't judge you. We don't judge you. We don't try to, think that you're any different than us. We're all the same up here. We have
Well, I'm
different
judging y'all.
styles. We have different lifestyles. We have different things that we think about, different ideologies, but we come up as men and we just talk. We just shoot the shit.
Remember, I would tell you about those
What's up, Untrackable?
we statements,
Hey,
Mike?
untrackable.
Gotta work on that.
I just wanted to say I'm constantly judging all of you, and I
Mhm.
think I'm guilty.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Guilty. Me too.
I felt
Guilty.
your eyes
You're
on
all
it, so I was
guilty.
going, no, you're messing up. You're messing up.
What?
No,
Yeah,
kidding.
I'm trying to
Pats him on the head. You're messing up. You're messing up. Every time he sees a
Untrackable,
dog
what
or
do you
something.
think? What do you think makes Jeff's channel so different?
You say, "Oh
Like you were saying
Lord."
about the mental health aspect of it, and sometimes you have to let people talk and have people that are willing to listen, because sometimes that free flow of issues or problems, or even maybe how to deal with good things in your life, they may not be so cut and clear to the person that's going through it. So maybe you know, a little less congestion,
a little more suppression.
It's fun to have that stuff sometimes, and
Oh, you don't like the
cutting up
antlers?
about stuff can really help somebody like leave their mental
Antler
state.
boy.
But to really understand and help somebody, you know, gotta have
I'm a man.
that aren't going to clap back and that are also maybe going to share as well. And I see that here. I see plenty of cutting up and having a good time and just talk about whatever. But I do see when somebody mentions something, the majority of what I've seen here is people chill out and just like be like, okay, this is a serious thing somebody's talking about. So I see that.
You know, one thing, Untrackable, I want to say this. What I think it really is, it all boils down to one thing. People always say safe space, a safe zone. No, you know what? It's a no judgment zone.
A no judgment zone.
It is not, though. I'm one of the
No.
judgiest motherfucker. Y'all are all getting judgment every second you're on here.
See, this is again like you're doing we statements where you're like, this channel's a no judgment channel. It'd be like motherfuckers have been coming up and talking mad shit to you, Mike. Judging the shit out of you, Mike. It's a judgment channel. It is. This ain't your safe space anymore. Because believe it or not, Gen X Jeff would choose 15 random ass people over just your psycho ass, Mike. You know, like all these people that showed up and are like, oh, you're a gay Satanist or whatever, you know. But Mike's the devil, you know. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with them. Hi.
Here.
All right. How about this? All right. So you judge, but you don't put them down, so to speak, where they are almost trying to mentally browbeat people. Like you get, Jeff.
What do you say? Mentally what? Browbeat? What do you say? I didn't catch that. I gotta go back.
So you judge, but you don't put them down, so to speak, where they are almost trying to mentally browbeat people. Like you get, Jeff,
What?
Almost trying to mentally browbeat people. Like you
Browbeat?
get, Jeff, I'm sorry.
What does that mean? Is that a thing? Browbeat? Browbeat? Browbeat. Meaning. Okay, browbeat meaning. Intimidate or bully. Browbeat means to intimidate or bully someone with stern or overbearing looks or speech. It involves trying to force someone to do something by threatening them or persuading them forcefully or unfairly. So Mike is saying that we're bullying him, we're intimidating him. So one or the other, you know, either we're bullying you or you're just a little insecure bitch. One or the other. Either way, it's your problem, not ours.
I'm not cruel.
Yeah,
Hey, we learned a new
word. Bitchy sometimes, but
what? Wait, what? I forgot.
Second you're on here.
All right, how about this? All right, so you judge, but you don't put them down, so to speak, where they are almost trying to.
It sounds like he's gonna cry when he says
like
that.
you get,
almost.
Jeff. I'm sorry,
I'm not cruel.
Did you hear that in his voice when he's like, where they're almost like he literally, like his voice gave a little bit, like he was gonna cry. And look at the kid's concerned. You got the kid all concerned now.
But you don't put them down, so to speak, where they are almost trying to mentally browbeat people. Like you get, Jeff. I'm sorry,
I'm not cruel.
Yeah, you get bitchy sometimes with some people. You'll get a little bitchy sometimes, but you'll reel it back to a conversation.
You get a little bitchy
You know how to
sometimes,
handle, you know what's going on.
You're a little bitch sometimes, Jeff.
I feel comfortable, and I never thought that a devout Christian would be friends with a man who's a Satanist, a diehard straight guy, friends with a man who's a different lifestyle. And you know what? It works. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
So he's saying don't let up these people because they're browbeating him. So you can't let them browbeat him, Jeff. So if they keep browbeating him, he's going to start to cry because that's what he does. He's a little sensitive bitch. He's like, they're browbeating me, Jeff. They're browbeating me. I'm just gonna keep saying this word. I never knew this word existed, and I've already said it like freaking 20 times today. I love it. Browbeat, browbeat, browbeat. They're browbeating. I even wrote it down in my book of words. In the swirls. The words are in the swirls. Browbeat. To brow or beat your brows at a person is to. This guy mumbling, hello. Hello back. We bullied Mike and make him run around crying constantly and doing stupid ass shit. That's right. Apparently, yeah. Apparently, we all bully Mike and we're just bad people. We're all browbeating him and intimidating him, and you could hear he wants to cry. So we need to start being nice to him. Apparently. I mean, you guys gotta start being nice to him. You guys. I don't talk to him, so we're right.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be friends with all these Christians either.
I do browbeat him, though. That's for sure. I definitely browbeat him. I don't talk to
Jeff,
him,
let me ask you a question. What if I came on the panel with antlers on? What would happen?
There we go.
God,
There we go.
Oh my God. What would they do with that?
Oh my God. Wear a pink shirt that really shows off your titties, Mike, and the antlers, right? And like one of your gold chains kind of hanging out, but replace the cross with like a rainbow and Jesus hanging from the rainbow or something. You know, you'd be like, we're Christian gays or whatever now. Fuck it, we're Christian gays now. We're gonna put a little rainbow behind the cross, you know? Actually, we're just gonna vote out the cross. This is gonna be Jesus on the rainbow. You know, he's still gonna be sad and stuff.
Dude, the internet would explode.
Merch.
No shit. That's rough.
I barely noticed that you have antlers.
I swear to God, if I can find some, I will put some on. I don't care.
Wait, what did the kids say? What did the kids say? I want to hear what the kids said.
I barely noticed that you have antlers.
I swear to God, if I can find some, I will put some on. I don't care if they're plastic. I'll find them.
That's what these are?
Oh.
He really wants to do this. So Mike, when Jeffrey wanted to get his antlers, he went down to the local Satanist store and found a pair of little antlers to wear. I believe that's the story he told. So if you're looking to find some antlers, why don't you go down to your nearest Satan store that you have in the community, devout Christian guy, and go get you some horns or some whatever antlers. Get you some antlers, bro. Come on. Pretty soon is gonna be buying like freaking little butt plugs and shit. It's like started out with antlers, ended up with pagan.
Hey,
it's
Dole,
a pagan.
Dole, is it Dole Blaz? Was it
Dolbez?
No.
The pussy.
Is it cold? Is it cold? Is it cold?
I like how the icebreaker for Scandinavia is just cold. No, but
is it cold?
It's beginning.
I would have talked about the
but
women.
Still,
I'd be like, you got some of the
still,
sexiest women,
if
right?
the sun be out in a t-shirt. So it's maybe 18 degrees Celsius, 19.
That would be a
17.
good
I don't know what that
cartoon,
is in
dude.
Fahrenheit.
Hey,
I should have.
That would be such a good cartoon. It would be like, do Ham Banana and Jeff go hunting? But like, I would be like, oh, I forgot something, or I get high and I'll forget about Jeff because I'm high and I'll start talking to animals or something. And Jeff would be out there getting hunted by like a hunter. Like a hunter would start shooting at him and Jeff would just be running for his life. I'd be like, oh, Jeff must have got one. And I'd be like, oh, he scared away my chipmunk friend or whoever I was talking to or wherever I was doing while he's over there getting shot at by a hunter. He runs, he's all afraid. And I'd just be switching back and forth kind of between our stories until I meet up with him at the end. Yes, like Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney. At the end, at the very end, I'll be like, I'm almost there, Jeff. I see a deer. It is fucking Jeff. It's fucking Jeff's little antlers and shit. And like, I shoot Jeff at the end, but he'll live. I think the guy Dick Cheney shot lived. It's like, hey, let's go hunting. And poof. I didn't think you'd survive that.
They have a constant like Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Okay, we have another guest. I'm gonna bring on. Hey,
How many
Dom.
guests do we have?
7.
Hey, what's up, Dom?
Well, I guess he's the host.
guys.
No 6.
Hey,
That's awesome.
how's it going? Well,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
good to see you.
Judging versus discernment. Is there a difference?
Oh Lord, I knew you would come up and
Um,
elevate the conversation.
okay. All right. So if I come to somebody and I say,
There we
I
go.
want your advice on my actions, and you're going to judge me.
Mhm.
But if you judge me in a way that you're going to teach me the error of my ways, is that bad or is that good?
But who are you to say it's an error? That's where I.
Well, he gets
Have
shot when he
resistance.
does it. He gets shot at when
So
he tries to
isn't
do
judgment sometimes a positive? Isn't judgment
it. Everyone
sometimes
play with the
helps you
rabbits.
better
Yeah,
yourself?
when he's
course.
playing with the
You need
rabbits,
to
his
become good
antlers are gonna
without
be
judgment.
down, and
Make
that's why they're
judgments
gonna
about
think it's a
everything.
deer. It'll be like, oh,
A
there's a deer
judgment-free
moving.
space is
It'll be
space
him
without
like,
any
hey,
thought or
rabbit,
action at
say
all.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But as men, I think as men, we get complacent to where we think,
we
man, you can't
statements.
say nothing to
We
me.
statements.
I know I'm right. I know you're wrong.
You gotta quit using so many we statements because all these people on panel also have penises and can be considered men. And I'm guessing boy, but still, yeah, you shouldn't be using these we statements because everybody's looking at you like, what the fuck are you roping us all into?
Wrong. And that's the biggest problem with some bullheaded men. You know,
I
they
have
don't.
that.
Yeah. Well,
You just described me.
Like,
yeah.
look at it like this too.
Is
Like,
described your
what you
enemy?
said,
What?
like a
Let's go.
restaurant
What?
analogy.
I don't know.
You
fuck
go
it.
to a
Okay.
restaurant, you see the menu,
Like,
you see the
got
description,
lost.
sometimes you see a picture, and then you order it. And then you get your food.
there's a good time to
And let's
check
just
out for a bit.
say, it is ridiculously different than the picture,
Mhm.
or you eat it and it's just it is not your thing, even though the description sounded like your thing, the picture looked like your thing, but the substance when it arrived, it just wasn't your thing. You're gonna judge that, and you have a choice to make as the judge. So, what is the sentence going to be handed down?
Mhm.
Are we going to berate the server? Are we going to burst into the kitchen and tell them that they suck? Are we going to ask for a manager and a refund? Or are we going to be like, hey, it's food. I didn't like it. Maybe it's
Last
a
beer
place,
before
and
bed.
maybe I'm not going to come back.
I
here.
got 2 hours before bed,
Are
Bobby.
we gonna fight with the
I'll
chef
wrap this up
publicly
way
in front of the
before
whole
that.
restaurant?
Yeah.
The levels of the stuff.
Cheers, last beer for the day.
You're right.
So, like,
And it's
if I
food.
come to a channel and it disrupts
Where my
my standards by
weed?
showing up,
Where my
it
weed?
looked like a good time, and the subject matter sounded like a good time, but when I showed up, I got no gains, I got no entertainment, I got no help. But if I keep there, it's like, okay, well, who has the problem? The channel that keeps going and keeps doing their thing, or is it me to keep going to a place that I don't agree with? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agency, locus of control. Yes.
Yeah. I can't disagree with what you just said. It's perfect. Perfect.
I don't know what he was referencing there.
You know,
Hey,
I feel
welcome.
bad. I'm sorry, buddy.
I was saying
are
welcome
those
back, lady.
names?
Leggy, what's
Oh,
up?
hey, what's up? What's going on, Mr. Cerrone?
What's up, man?
So did he just say all that stuff and they completely ignored him? Did they not answer anything he said? Let me go back.
To keep going to a place that I don't agree with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agency, locus of control. Yes.
Yeah.
Agency, locus and control. Yes. Are those names from the chat? He just said yes. Mike says yes, and they completely move on.
I can't disagree with what you just said. It's perfect. Perfectly said.
Yeah, they're just like yes, yes, and move on.
You know,
Hey,
I feel
welcome.
bad. I'm sorry, buddy.
I was say welcome back, Leggy.
Leggy, what's
Oh,
up?
hey, what's up? What's going on, Mr. Cerrone?
What's up, man? What's happening?
What's up, Leggy?
Wait, who else is up here? Oh, we got Hebrew.
Got almost a full pass.
Salute,
Who
my
we
friend.
got up here? Hold on, I gotta see who we got up
And we
here.
got Dominic.
Hebrew, Moosey, Untrackable. All right, so I know everybody but this fella down here in the corner. But
Dominic.
that's right.
Very Very nice gentleman. He's from Canada, but we don't hold that against him.
We let him in anyway.
I might a little bit. Depends on where he lives in Canada.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
everyone is
Is
American.
that what I
Canadian?
missed?
No, Leggy's right. Leggy's Canadians are different. Like there's
Like
there's
that
different
much.
kinds of Canadians. There are.
Yeah, there-
There really are.
Oh, are there different Canadian? I thought they were all just one flappy head people, and they all just fart on each other a lot. I thought all Canadians were like that. I didn't know there's different kinds of Canadians, Mike.
You got the French Canadians.
Oh, you're killing Jeff.
The other day I saw
If you're
where I live in the
Canadian or
Pacific.
Fisherman, I don't like you.
You almost killed Jeff.
Yeah.
If
They call
Canadian,
where I
fishermen
am the English speaking part of Canada. The Pacific Northwest of the United States is English speaking Canada.
That
And
makes a
every
lot
time
of sense.
people describe Canada, I'm like, that's exactly how it is here where I live. So I think I'm in the Canadian part of the U.S.
It should be over here, but this over here. This.
I know you said you like to hike. I have a friend. He was in Virginia. He's from Oregon, right? He's from Oregon. He's from
Canada. That's why I was. I would have been like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
Canada.
Go Ducks.
He moved down.
Oh, what's funny is so stupid ass Angel Newfound Life, right? Like the cripple dude or whatever he is. He was like I guess when I was drinking last time, I was going on about Puerto Ricans and junk, and I was like kind of taking shots at Puerto Ricans or whatever. And I was like, oh, Mexicans are way better. And that's what inspired Ladybug to be like, oh, Banana's not a Mexican, and I don't know. It's why did it remind me of this? Oh, stupid ass Angel Newfound Life. I don't know. I remember right now. I'm just smoking, but it's
Here for college, and then he worked.
I don't know. We go back.
He was in Virginia. He's from Oregon, right? He's from Oregon. He's from
Like, I remember now.
Eugene. I think it's Eugene. It's up by
Oh
the mountain.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And,
Go Ducks.
He moved down here
Same
for
fuck as the
college,
Mexican
and then he
Canadian,
worked
yes.
at a dealership
That sounds about right.
and selling cars, and
Like,
then he ended
I
up going
love
back up
Mexican
to
people,
Oregon.
but
But he just
Banana's
was always
not
telling me how
Mexican.
beautiful Oregon and Washington State.
That's what it was. That's what Ladybug did. That was her logic. She's like, I love Mexican people. So, Ham Banana, you're not Mexican. Okay. I guess I'm Canadian, eh? Damn geese, get off my lawn, you stupid geese. You shit all over the place. I'm gonna go online and call CPS on people and dox everybody and then complain about the bad people on the internet that do mean things that I also do, but they do it as well. So I'm going to complain about that because that's what it's like to be a Canadian cunt. All right, back to video.
State work.
It's gorgeous. Some of the most
Yeah.
beautiful scenery in the
I'll
U.S.
fucking die here. That's all I can
And
say.
the people are absolutely miserable. It's like the most
Their
gorgeous
eyes
scenery with the most
oh,
miserable
shit.
people.
Yep.
Nice.
Agreed.
They got built-in like
And
freaking.
he said to me, because
armor,
his name was
stone
Troy Brodolini. He sounded like a pasta dish. And he said, yeah, he goes, believe it or not, like in Oregon, there's like a bunch
There'll
of
be, like,
Italian
ice.
people. I'm like, yeah, they're probably running from New York or something. But he said, I mean, hunting, fishing, hiking, I mean, just beauty. Like some of the last beautiful places that you can go untouched.
It is. They're very environmentally
Ugh.
conscious here.
Wait, are you the one that made the fucking picture with Gen X Jeff with the swastika on his nose? I don't know if that was you. Somebody made one earlier. I was watching it and I was driving and I was just listening to it. It was like a painting thing, right? I think it was yours. And fucking the swastika thing on the nose got me. I was like, oh shit. Oh man, that was fucking funny. I'm like, damn. I don't know what inspired all that, but I thought it was funny. I definitely thought it was funny. It gave me little flashbacks of Cheesy with the thing on the back of his head. That whole meme thing.
So they keep everything.
Yeah. Definitely.
Protected.
I've never made my way up there. I mean, I've never been to Washington State, never been to Oregon, but I've always wanted to kind of venture that way. It's I heard it's beautiful. Or it's if you're like a sportsman, you like to fish and hunt and stuff like that. It's a beautiful place to go. Always heard that through the grapevine.
And very, very outdoors.
Yeah. Jeff, do you fish?
No.
No.
Mike,
They
do
took
you
me
fish?
fishing when I was little. My
Yeah.
stepdad took me fishing, and it was so boring. We just sat there in the boat with the pole. We hardly.
I tried to go fishing like 2 years ago. Me and my girlfriend went out to a lake or something, and I picked up a fishing pole, and I was thinking, well, actually, I was going to buy it, right? Like, I literally had decided in my mind, hey, I'm gonna buy this fishing pole, and it was like $45, right? And so, like I had picked it up, and I was walking around with it, right? And I ended up putting it down. And then we ended up leaving the store, and we went and ate some food or something real quick. And then when we were done with that, we went back into the store, and I was like, you know what? I am going to buy that fishing pole, because I was just like, that food wasn't that expensive or whatever. I'm going to go buy the fishing pole, whatever. And freaking, so I go in there and I got the fishing pole, and my girlfriend decides to get something in there, and we go to the register, and I'm holding the fishing pole, and the lady just kind of like looks at it, looks at me and everything, like looks at my girlfriend, takes the stuff and just rings it up and doesn't say anything about the fishing pole. And I just kind of walk out with it. So I just turn and just like, okay, and like walk out with it. And I'm thinking in my mind, like I a little bit later, I started thinking about it. I was like, she probably thought we bought it the first time when I was in there. And then like I ended up like I didn't say nothing. I was just holding it. And I thought she was gonna be like, oh, we need to scan this. So I'll just be like, here you go. Like, boop. And then just take it back, because I'm not gonna just throw the whole fishing pole up on her or whatever. Because it was kind of like the whole thing put together. I guess you could break it in half. I still have it down there. But I ended up walking out with it. And then so it had like a little fishing hook on there already. And we ended up getting some worms. And like I killed one worm, right? Like I kind of did it sideways. Well, no, I killed two at least. I did one sideways like that. And I like when I did this, I think it just flew off the thing instantly, because I stabbed it through its side, because that was the easiest way to stab it. And you're supposed to stab it and put the hook all the way through the worm, basically, and push the worm onto the hook and then throw it out there. But I did it like on the side of the worm, like that, like into the thing. So when I threw it, the worm probably split in half and just flew into the water. Oh man, I'm sure something ate it. Don't worry, it died quick. But yeah, that was my experience with my last fishing. I like after that, I tried to bait it again with another one. I tried to do it the right way. I'm pretty sure I poked that worm a bunch or killed it. I'm not sure. But eventually I was like, I can't do this. The baiting the hook part for me is pretty rough. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think even if I got like a knife and like chopped the worm in half, I think it'd freaking still be moving around. And like, I don't know. I need dead worms. I can't hook a live worm. Like, that's torture to me. Like, to it, actually. I don't know if worms didn't have fillings or anything, but like, it's torture to just be ripping a hook through something, I would think. I'm sure it's gonna die from it, if anything. And yeah, this is bad feeling the way I did it. I didn't like it. But yeah, you could still go fishing, I guess. Fuck the fish. I don't know. I would have to think about it now. When I get, even if I would have caught a fish at that point, I probably would have got the fish. I would have been like trying to get the hook out of its mouth. I probably wouldn't even be able to get the hook out. I probably would just throw it back in there with the hook in its mouth and shit. Panic. Oh no. Good times though. Good times. Just didn't like killing the worm part. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could get used to it.
I'm like, what? How is this?
Go out
like,
and murder a bunch of worms now.
They wake up early in the morning. They spend all this money to go sit on a boat, and
the little worms are gonna be like,
I don't know. I'm just not into fishing.
No,
That's relaxing though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you can relax on a boat without the fishing pole and the worms and the dirt and the bait and the hook. Like you could just go boating.
Earthworm Jim's
Well,
bitch.
Yeah,
what are
I
you, a
include the
fucking
boat.
snob?
But
Maybe.
relaxing from the shore and fishing is fine.
A Cajun
Like,
snob.
imagine Jeff baiting a hook. He's like, oh, get this thing away from
Only
me.
snobs go on a boat.
They what do you call them?
Freaking
The tackle? They had those little. They were like those little rubbery manufactured. They had tackle boxes, and I would look at all the little
lures.
tackle creatures. They had some that were shaped like.
It was like fishing for fish, but yeah. Good times, I bet. For me, it was mostly the killing of the worm. It was more, I didn't get to experience any of the calmness, like, because I know I had weights on it too. So I had weights, and then a little lower, I think, was the hook and bait. And I didn't have a buoy thingy though, so I was just gonna fling it in there and hope I catch something and just kind of reel it in or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would have worked. It probably would have just sunk to the bottom and nothing would have ate it. It was probably doomed from the start now that I think about it, but yeah. Yes, good times. There's a park over here. It's Cesar Chavez Park. It's a fishing park. You can actually just chill there all day and fish and do whatever, but you got to get like a fishing license for that. Yes.
Fish and bugs and alien looking things. So that part was fun, but you had to be careful with the hook. And I'm dyspraxic. I don't need to be playing around with delicate hooks.
Yeah, they would do fishing, and they would use the sand fleas. They use sand fleas, and they'd hook them on the
sand
they
fleas?
would catch a
I
lot
gotta
of fish
look
with
that
sand
up.
fleas.
I gotta
and,
look up
worms.
sand fleas.
You know, fish
I
go
didn't
crazy.
like putting the worms on the hook. I just like we had
See?
plastic. bait
That's
you can- why
why
do we need to
this is
kill the
why I
worms?
thought of it. This is why I thought of it. See, this is the shit. This is why that was in my mind. That's what triggered the whole story, is this part where he's like, I didn't like putting him on the hook. And it triggered a story for me where I'm like, yeah, but just the killing of the worms is definitely the worst. I don't know about I don't think I've ever gutted it. Well, I think I might have gutted a fish. I ain't sure, like cleaned a fish, where you gotta like cut it and clean it or whatever, and then peel the skin off and shit, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I did that. Don't you gotta chop its head off and everything? It's a lot of stuff to a fish there.
Well, probably because with the worm, they can maybe simulate. Leggy can know this. Leggy, do the fish like to use blood from
It's
the worm?
cruel and inhumane.
We have more
Anyone
water
can
than
swallow
California somehow.
Yeah.
the
Look
worm
at this
blood.
fish I'm holding, dude. This fish is 29.5 pounds. If you
Is it-
caught this fish,
Damn.
yeah, I caught this in Mulegé, Baja,
What is
California.
it? What kind of
It's
fish
a
is it?
yellow, it's a yellowtail,
Okay.
a yellowtail tuna.
Big
It's
fucking fish.
it's not
Tuna.
like albacore or nothing.
Is it live there, like
the
flapping
tuner?
around, or is it
The
already dead?
yellowfin tuner.
Nah, he's dead at that point. I was still catching other fish, and I took
Dude, if that thing was flopping around Jeffrey and it like just hit him in the face a little bit, it'd probably knock his ass out because it's a pretty big fish and its body's very thick and heavy. I've seen some fishermen get like smacked in the face and shit by these things. Jeff will fuck the fish. Only if it's a gay blowfish, he'll fuck it.
took a picture at the end.
Yeah, man.
But my thing is like the rush that you get when you're pulling that thing in. It's like it sees the boat and then it dives down again and then just
Yeah, where were
it
those
took me
things
30
again?
minutes to get this fish in.
Do you say sand
then
lice?
I took this fish to the local bar and we put it on a wood fire in front of everybody, and then it fed 20 people.
Oh, the sand fleas?
And everybody had, a bunch of drinks and tacos and stuff, so like the whole experience behind that. It's the experience that you make. Like your stepdad, he sucks at fishing. He didn't really make it a good experience for you, but I tell you what, you go fishing with me, you'll be like, let's fucking go fishing.
I won't be sitting in the boat like this is boring. When are we going home?
Yeah.
I'm tired of holding this pole.
It
I
wasn't
have a
me.
question.
It wasn't me. I'm not taking credit for this. I'm not a rich guy, but I had a boss that was a really wealthy guy. He owned a big company. I worked for him, and he would go offshore fishing.
Oh, it's got
And
a
a big boat. I think if I'm not mistaken, Moose, I could be wrong. It was like a 26 foot or something like, or 28, like a really big boat, and he would go
dinghy.
28 feet.
Boat
Dude,
wars.
I work on a 45-foot boat, so I'm just being a
But it's
smart ass.
commercial.
His boat
It's
is way
commercial
bigger
boat.
than yours, Mike.
I'm just being a smart ass.
Yeah, that's a pretty big boat. This thing was fucking huge. And he would go off the Outer Banks in North Carolina, Leggy, and he would catch mahi, like mahi-ma and all the other fish, and they would bring them back, and they would grill them. And if you eat a fish that's only 3 to 4 hours out of the water, dude, you're in heaven. You're in fucking heaven.
Now, if you eat the
That's
fish
how
I'm
fresh
looking
that
at
fish
right
is.
now, look at some weird
man,
looking
one
fish.
time
Look up sand lice.
cut up sashimi on the boat because I wanted to try
Sand
how it
fleas.
was
That's
right
what
out
it
of
was.
the
Sand
water.
fleas.
And it
Look
was
up
just
sand
like
fleas.
it was so good. It was amazing, like you're saying. It's just so amazing. And I
Do you
tell you
say
what,
his boss?
yellowtails actually breed very fast. They breed it. You can look it up on
Oh yeah, you
Google or
did,
whatever.
huh? About the boat.
They
his
breed fast,
boss?
they grow fast, and they're abundant, and they're they can continually replenish themselves. So it's not a big deal if you like fish for them. They're not like a red snapper or a grouper.
I had a question about the when it was brought up about the humanity of killing the worms.
What the fuck? What?
Because
allegedly,
it's not that it's just a worm.
That would be a great
and
cartoon
you're
as well.
killing it
That would be an
to
amazing
catch the
cartoon
fish
right
that you're
there.
gonna eat,
Because
right?
Mr. P out there wearing a
But
dead
if it's
raccoon.
inhumane to do that,
He's
but
hunting
you're hungry,
for whatever at 3 a.m.
so
he
do
finds
you
a
stop and
he
you just
finds a
eat the
trash
worm
cake
because it was easy to catch.
Well,
And if the fish eats the worm, if the fish eats the worm is inside the fish, and you're eating it, right? So
Why are we just not eating the worms?
I know, right? Just eat the
Why even
worm.
waste our time on the
That's
fish?
stupid. Eat the
Screw
worm.
it. Give me a big pile of worms, a little marinara
Well, I
sauce.
remember like growing up, they said that McDonald's uses worm juice in their Big Macs, and
What the fuck? Like they don't do that, do they? Like they don't put no worm juice in their Big Macs, do they? Why do you gotta ruin my food, Jeff, with your stupid ass autism and facts? You know, it's probably true. I mean, there's anyway, stuff in the food already.
it put me off of McDonald's Big Macs for a long time
Forget
because
the
I thought it had worm
movie.
juice in it, and they said it was for the nutrients or something. And so maybe we should have been eating worms.
I remember that. I remember that.
Tears in
They
his
were
eyes
saying, like,
about
stuff
it.
was in the chicken nuggets. Remember they were saying,
Yeah,
like,
and once I heard that, I could never taste the food the same way. My brain would not let me experience that food in the same
I'll
way.
say this. I don't care what's in those chicken nuggets. I'm sorry, but now Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets are the best. That's the
I
king
can't
nugget.
even eat peanut butter anymore now that I found out about the rat hair and the roach legs.
Oh,
Yeah, you know,
I haven't eaten peanut butter since.
looked
Even
that up.
like the peanut butter crackers you buy at the store, like the little prepackaged.
allowed
I don't
so
even
much-
eat that. I don't
They're
even eat
allowed so much
food with peanut butter in it.
per
You're
ounce.
talking about
insect
the
lids.
acceptable levels of
Yeah.
the acceptable levels of rat feces. Oh, no, it's okay.
No, it's roach legs and
Yeah,
rat
no,
hair. The
no,
FDA
no.
sets an acceptable amount. I think it's like 30 roach legs and a certain amount of rat hairs, a certain size. They're very specific with it that they allow in peanut butter because there's
I
no
looked
way
it
to
up not too
prevent
long
it.
ago, and I was telling everybody about it just to make them sick. That was funny.
It will
Do you
work
guys-
on me.
Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember the big scare about sodas and pallets that the rats would crawl on top like a soda can, and they would say to
Yes, on that.
sanitize the top of the soda can?
No, but I never drank soda,
What?
so I didn't worry
Me
about that.
neither.
But you had to wash your soda can.
Like,
Yeah,
Well, that's why you
wash
see
the
people
top of
take their shirt. They always like wipe the top of a beer can off before they pop it.
I didn't know it was because of rats.
because of rat. That's why
Rats,
people would do that,
I thought they were just like germaphobes or OCD.
right?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, but
Maybe
they say the
thought
top,
something
the
on their
top of a
stomach.
can is filthy. It's got stuff. You should rinse it thoroughly before you actually drink out of a can. That's what they say. They, as in like the health administration, says don't ever just take a can and you wash the top of it off really.
Dom.
Wash your soda and
What's
wash
up,
your
Dom?
grapes. Wash
Uh-huh.
the
What's
pesticides
happening?
off your
I
soda
gotta run. I gotta
cans,
get
you
in the shower and
guys.
go to work later, guys. Hey, Mike,
Take care.
bye sometime, man.
Good
Later.
seeing
Hebrew salute. Salute.
Okay.
Is that a Hebrew? Is that a gimp? Is that a gimp mask? Is that a gimp
Have a
mask?
good night at work.
Not. No.
It's
Alright.
Just a max.
It's a guy that
Kicked him off. He's
window, getting ready
just
to
a
kill you with a
mask
machete.
guy.
Thing's scary looking.
Dom,
But,
what's new with you?
Bought a scooter.
See if
Tom,
I
is
can-
that Pink Floyd?
My nose
Is
is
that
too
Pink Floyd
stuffy.
cover?
The cover, but it's more or less more about the colors, how they actually
Yeah.
work.
This one's
in the
called
triangle
Bubble
back
Bath.
into the light.
I don't think you can see that
Yeah,
one's
I bought
too
a scooter
tiny.
for my wife, and I got to boot around with it.
This one's
That's
real
fancy,
tiny.
but
Little
what is new
thingy-majiggy.
It's technology.
Oh wow. Well, how
My
is
dad
it?
was-
It's another version of being
Nah,
more
it's
lazier.
not gonna work. It's too tiny.
Okay.
Being lazier.
Lazy.
Yeah.
Who's
that's
lazy?
what
Sometimes laziness
The
can be
people.
therapeutic.
Sure is.
The people's is lazy.
You gotta have
Why?
me. You got to have me time. Time to just chill. You know.
See, that's what I was trying to tell my wife last night, Jeff. See, the bounces back to that kind of conversation I was having earlier about what I was saying with the wife and shit. Remember?
Yeah.
See, that's what I was trying to
About
tell
how
her.
she heard the girl
The
heard the
roach
girl mention your name.
legs.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're gonna get the roach legs.
Mm. I don't
Oh,
know,
yeah.
man. That's a
Yeah.
that's a linesman's wife. Those fishermen's wives they're tough, man. They
And
don't
Mike,
play
you
around.
know who it was that said goodbye, Leggy?
Who was it?
I'm gonna do the impersonation of the voice, and I bet you'll know who it is.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Goodbye, Leggy.
Bye, Leggy. Was it Witch of Heart?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
02 area code. A 702 area code.
Oh, that's gotta be Suzelle.
Goodbye, Leggy. God, I can't think of it. I can't think of
Suzelle,
it.
702 area.
And so
code.
that's all she heard.
Phone moaning.
Phone bone. Oh yeah, when she
talking
phone
about,
she phone
Julia?
boned Joey.
No.
He thought
no,
of Julia.
No. Starts with a Z.
He's like phone boning. Well, the queen of phone boning is Julia because she phone boned Joey all the damn time. They both pretty much admitted it. And Joey, tried to get her to say she loved him. And she was like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, Joey. We're friends. Friends. Ha 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 ha. I was probably a catfish, Catfish, Julie. Just joking. But maybe. You never know.
It ends with an L.
Mike,
German
you
lady?
come up if you
German
want.
lady?
to.
German lady?
Huh?
German lady?
You're
Oh,
really
they
gonna make me
should.
say
They
the
should
whole
go up
fucking
there.
name, right?
You might as well now because
What did he say?
Mike,
German
you
lady?
come up if you
German
want.
lady?
to.
German. why did he get-
Julia?
No. Starts with a Z and ends with an L.
Do you say it starts with a Z?
Mike,
German
you
lady?
come up if you
German
want.
lady?
to.
Do you say it starts with a C or a Z? Suzal starts with an S, right? Like, am I stupid? Does Suzal's name start with an S? Sue. He thinks it starts with a Z. Zuzal. Zuzal, is Zuzal Bustamante. Not Suzal. Suzal, right? I'm high and drunk, but he's stupid.
German lady?
Huh?
German lady?
He said Z. He had to have.
And so that's all she heard.
Let's hear it.
Phone boning.
You talking about Julia?
No. Starts with a Z and ends with an L.
He said Z. He
Mike,
said
you
Z.
come up if you
German
want.
lady?
to.
German lady?
Huh?
German lady?
You're really gonna make me say the whole
Let's say if he says Zuzal or Suzal, like Sue, right? Like, I think that's how you spell it.
fucking name, right?
You might as well now because none of us
Mike,
probably even
Mike,
know her.
Zell. It
Oh,
was fucking Zell.
Billy Zell. Yeah. Oh.
She was like,
Yes.
it was like a panel that I was on. She was on it, and Nanju was
Yeah.
on the panel too. And like this was before the whole phone boning situation.
Oh, now I got it.
And she was
Good-
like, I was like,
good-
all right, y'all, I'm out of here. And she was like, bye, Leggy. And my fucking wife was like,
Yeah.
Because she heard something in that tone.
wife-
She knows what she heard.
If your wife only knew the sick diseases that bitch has, which she probably does now, she probably looked into her and was like, "Oh, this bitch is nasty."
Now,
There's
like
something
if you
more
would
Allegedly.
have said with an
Allegedly.
Italian accent, I would have said Zell. Yeah, I would have said Zell, but yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
She's not even Italian.
No, he wouldn't make
She
it.
is.
How many
Her
drinks
last
he
name. Well, I'm
wouldn't
not gonna
make
say her
it?
last name. Her last name is Italian. She's Italian from Staten Island.
I'm pretty sure she's Hispanic.
Yeah. No, she's Italian. Yeah.
Is she really? I
Yeah.
thought she was Hispanic.
Nunzio is half Spanish, half Italian. I believe Zell is 100%. I think
I thought Zell
Yeah.
was Spanish. I could be wrong.
So why you
Yeah.
Spaniards?
Well, Mike's
you
Italian.
Damn
He probably is.
Spaniards.
I don't
Yeah,
really
Zell-
get.
Damn
Dago Dar.
whiteys.
I'm gonna have a new
Well,
food
Mike
service.
lets the basil fly. Yeah.
I'm gonna have a new food service, guys. Dago Dash. What do you guys think?
What the fuck? The fuck
That's
is
my
that?
favorite cuisine. Sounds good.
I saw a
He's
guy. I
Dago.
saw a guy online, right? And he made it like a calculation, like charts and
So
analyzation.
For all
This guy
first one-
makes
Analyzations.
this guy makes $2,000 a week doing DoorDash. $2,000 a week.
That's more
doing
than I
DoorDash.
make doing this.
With the right kind of work devotion, if you do like 12 hours a day or 10 hours a day, then yeah, you could probably make $2,000. Probably, I don't know, maybe somehow. I don't know how you do that, but he's saying $2,000 in a week, so he's making $8,000 a month doing DoorDash. What the fuck? I mean, I was making like, I don't know, decent amounts, but whatever. It was yeah, it's not that much shit. Damn. I don't know, man. Who's this friend of yours? All he does is DoorDash like for a fucking sport of a living. Like he's just like, I wake up, I DoorDash, I eat a little bit, I DoorDash, I go take a shower, I use the restroom, everything. I DoorDash, restroom, shower, DoorDash, lunch, shower, DoorDash. And he's like, he has to shower twice a day because he smells from DoorDash too much. I don't know. If he doesn't shower twice a day, he'll always smell like the food.
I might have to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
DoorDash,
just like
y'all.
what's
I'll
called
see y'all
said-
later.
How much do you
DoorDash.
say? How much do you say?
What's
2,000?
the basil
You
fly?
say
Yeah.
2,000 a week though?
I'm gonna have a new
or
food
was it a
service,
month?
guys.
A
Dago
month
Dash.
is
What do you guys think?
acceptable. 2,000 a month isn't bad.
So that's my favorite cuisine. Sounds good.
2,000 a month.
I saw a guy online, right? And he made it like a calculation, like charts and
So for all-
analyzation.
For all
This guy
first one-
makes
Analyzations.
this guy makes $2,000 a week doing DoorDash.
Dude, he just laughed at Mike. Mike just like panelizations. Let's go ahead and look up that word because I don't think that's a word. Panelizations meaning. Let's see what that means. Panelization. Panelization is a constructed method in which the structure elements of a building are fabricated off-site in a controlled environment. It means to assemble panels before you fucking put them into a house. They're like this is specifically panels to a building. So it's panelization is a construction method in which the structure elements of the building are fabricated off-site in a controlled environment. This process eliminates much of the on-site labor, saving time and money on your project. Panelization can also refer to the process of breaking a PCB design up into smaller pieces so that it can be manufactured more easily and efficiently. All right, here we go. Third one. In the context of housing, panels for housing. There's a lot of housing shit. All of them are about houses. What panelized house? Panelization is it's a word. I'll give him that. It's definitely a word. Panelization is definitely a word. I give him that.
I'm gonna have a new
Well,
food
Mike
service.
lets the basil fly. Eh?
Let's see if we
I'm
can.
gonna have a new food service, guys. Dago.
We're gonna play devil's advocate and see if we can make a way for Mike to sound right when he says panelization. We're gonna be like, my client. And then we'll see if we can make him sound right.
What do you guys think?
Dago
That's my favorite
DoorDash.
cuisine. Sounds good.
Is spaghetti.
I saw a
and
guy
ice pick.
online, right? And he made it like a calculation, like charts and analyzation.
For all
This guy
first
makes
Analyzation.
Leggy, this guy makes $2,000 a week.
Wait, I missed it.
This guy makes
Analyzation.
Leggy,
I missed it.
I saw a guy online,
Where?
right? And he made it like a calculation, like charts and
So
analyzation.
for all
This guy
first
makes
So panelization. So he made it like a chart and diagrams, and then he assembled some parts of a building off site, and then took them and brought them back. Like, so he made a. I think in Mike's mind, he's like, panelization must mean like. And by the way, this kid has to know Mike's such a fucking dumbass and full of fucking shit by now. He has to know this right now. He has to be like, Mike, you're a dumb asshole and you're fucking full of shit. He has to be thinking that, but he's just being chill because he's worried about this old man over here now. He's worried about him and all these other ones. He's worried. He's worried about what he got himself roped into. He's thinking about his life choices right now, I think. I don't think we're gonna see him much anymore.
Leggy, this guy makes $2,000 a week doing DoorDash. $2,000
Yeah,
a
like
week.
he's back tomorrow.
Doing this.
Wait, did you say two? Oh my god,
Leggy,
$2,000
this
a week?
guy makes $2,000 a week doing
That's
DoorDash.
crazy.
$2,000 a week.
That's fucking
doing DoorDash.
crazy amount of money.
I might have to go
Yeah,
DoorDash,
just like
y'all.
what's
I'll
called
see y'all
said-
later.
DoorDash
She's
whilst you're
Puerto Rican
streaming.
and
Have
her
a
last
DoorDash
name's
stream.
Mexican.
Oh, you have to have a car, right? You
I
can't just
thought
walk.
there was. See, I knew I
Yeah.
was right.
Oh.
See, she is,
But he
she is
did
Puerto
it.
Rican with a Mexican
Okay,
last
I didn't know. I had no. I thought she was Italian because I know she
You
has an
think
Italian last
everybody's
name.
Italian?
No,
Hey!
Leggy, she has an
Oh,
Italian last
God,
name.
please.
She has an Italian last name, and she's from Staten Island. So I just kind of put two and two together.
You can be both in America. You can be both because there's like distinct ethnicities in addition to the
Yo.
American.
There's a guy running for mayor, right, in Norfolk, Virginia, and the dude, he's a black man, and he's not like light skinned. He's dark,
Black.
and his name is
He's black.
Giovanni Soto. And
Soto.
it's like
Soto.
you would think hearing his name, it look like me. Hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, vote for me, motherfuckers. And I'm like, whoa.
I'm Giovanni.
So you think like is Soto? How do you spell Soto? Soto. I know Soto. Like Sotolo. Soto. There's a drink. There's a drink named Soto. Last name. How would you spell Soto, you guys? I'm curious
Soto.
about this. I'll look this up.
It's the
Oh,
like cognitive
Soto, so just
dissonance.
Soto.
Yeah, I'm voting for him.
You
It's
know
kind of
what?
like
The funniest
Yeah.
thing I ever heard was
Sounds like Soto.
black man, whatever. Someone was like, hey, my African American friend. He looked right at me. He goes, I ain't fucking African American. He goes, I'm French, motherfucker.
yeah.
Like he was from France.
All right, looked it up. Soto. Let me hear it. Soto. A member of a group of people living chiefly in Botswana, Lesotho, and northern South Africa. A group of Bantu language spoken to the Soto peoples, of which most important are Sepedi, also called Northern Soto, and Sesotho, or Sesotho, not Sesi, Sesotho, Sesotho, that's what it is. Also called Southern Soto. The term Western Soto is sometimes used of the related language Sesdawana, Sapide, and Sesotho are official languages of South Africa. So it's a Giovanni, South African name, and he's black as shit. Is he South African? It sounds like he's South African if his name is Giovanni Soto. I want to hear him say Soto again. Let's see if we got to that point. I hear
It's Giovanni Soto. And
you hear that part?
he's dark.
Black.
And his name is Giovanni Soto.
Soto. So I looked up the right name, and that means he's fucking South African. It's a South African last name.
And it's like you would think hearing his name, this is
Okay,
you look like me.
languages.
Hey, what are you doing? He's like, yeah,
It's a group
vote for
of
me,
people.
motherfuckers. And I'm like,
I'm Giovanni Soto. It's
Photo.
the like cognitive
Photo.
dissonance.
yeah, I'm voting for him.
You
It's
know
kind of
what?
like
I'm voting for
Funniest
him.
thing I ever heard.
He's like, yeah, I'm voting for him. He's black. Fuck it. Vote for him. I don't give a shit. He thinks he's Italian. That's why he's voting for him. Let's see if Mike changes his vote like in the next day or two. That'll be very telling about Mike. He'd be like, oh, I thought he was Italian. So no, I'm not voting for him. Because he's South African. Racist, Mike. You're racist,
This
Mike.
black man, whatever. Someone was like, hey, my African American friend. He looked right at me. He goes, I ain't fucking
Soto.
African American. He goes, I'm
Soto.
French, motherfucker.
Suto.
Yeah.
Like he was
I
from
see how
France.
you.
He was born and
I see
raised
how
in
that
France.
sounds.
His parents was
Yeah.
born and raised in France. Like, you know what I mean? He goes, fuck. He goes, my people haven't been in fucking there since like the 1700s. Like, you know what
it's
I mean?
just
Like,
Leggy.
he was just
Like,
like,
it's
Oh,
like
I
he
thought
goes,
you
I'm
left.
born and raised.
It's like the British guys that are of dark complexion. The British guys, they grew up in United Kingdom. They were there their entire life, and they're dark skinned, but they're actually British. They grew up there they were born there. They grew up their entire life. So it is funny when you see French speaking darker skinned people. Darker skinned people. They speak Spanish. There are a lot of darker skinned people in Italy. There are. They're Italian citizens. They have Italian names, but they're dark skinned.
too. Oh, that's so
So-
too. Not
Hey, listen,
Is it-
wherever you're from, God bless you.
So-
God bless you wherever you're from.
Soto.
We bring everything.
Suto. Suto.
We all can't be
Well,
pure Aryan like
Talking about that,
Balvin.
like, the complexions and shit.
I should have just looked up the guy's name.
Remember if it was this panel or different.
Somebody look up the fucking guy's name. What's the guy's
What are you
name?
making?
But you
Hernando.
have, you
Oh,
have, like,
Di
five
Soto.
different-
Hernando Di Soto. Di Soto. Okay, we gotta look up Di Soto.
Oh, look at that.
Damn, I hate you. I haven't.
What are they looking at? Like
Yo, those are-
mushrooms?
those-
That you reminded me to eat. I have to at least go do that.
I'm gonna look up
Oh,
Di Soto.
nice. Are those flank steaks, Moose? Are those
Oh,
flanks?
is that like a kit that comes with it, or that's a recipe you're showing us?
Yeah.
Damn.
Di
I have a
Soto,
code
a
for a
city
free
in
box.
northern
Jeff, if you'd like a
Texas.
free box.
Oh.
Those are good.
Hold up,
Those-
hold
Right.
up. Moose. What is that? Where's it from?
It's from the box.
I know, but what's the brand?
Green Chef.
Is that local or is it available
Yeah,
It's the
everywhere?
organic one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Moose, is that
come
the stuff
on,
that you
son.
Moose, is that the stuff that you order? when
Green
you send
Chef
it
meal
out?
kits get 50% off plus 20.
DeSoto's
Customize your
European.
clean routine.
I think Di Soto's European. Is that? Somebody look up this Hernandez Di Soto. Never mind. I'll do it in the background. We're
It's
talking
not
about food
every
anyway.
day, Leggy. It's not every day.
Hernandez Di
It's a treat.
Soto.
It's a-
Fernando
What does
Di
clean
Soto
have to
is
do
a
with-
Spanish
no, we can't be
explorer.
friends no more. You're a Mainer.
Hernandez.
You're not supposed to do any.
Ow.
You're not supposed to do any of them mail order things. They've all blacklisted fucking Maine lobster. You're not supposed to, as a true Mainer, you're not supposed to.
Why
order
did
from
they
them. What
blacklist
hell,
the
man?
lobsters?
Nobody ever told me about that.
Because fucking Monterey Bay Aquarium fucking has a seafood watch group type deal, and they say Maine lobster's not a sustainable fishery. They don't help.
So it's like
they
some
don't
woke
help the
bullshit, some
live
environmental.
Yeah, type deal. And it all has to do with fucking whales. That's why I say fuck the whale. Save a hot dog.
Fuck the
Eat a
whale.
lobster,
Wait, what?
Fuck the whale.
It's going like South Park. Fuck the whale.
Yeah, even my wife knows about it, Leggy.
Fuck
so,
you, a fish, and
yeah,
fuck
she
you, a
just
dolphin,
informed
and
me that
fuck
I'm
you,
an
a
idiot.
whale.
Well, I didn't know about
Yeah,
it either. So
yeah. Your wife sounds like a smart
But
person.
hey, there was never.
You're
a
not alone
lobster
among
Green
idiots.
Chef, anyways. They're too poor, man, to have the lobster, man.
What's
But no,
but okay, so the name span, can you look up the guy's name that's running for whatever the fuck Mike was talking about? Is he Spanish? That's what I was curious about. Where the fuck is he from? All right, back to view.
that really hurt us. So
Okay, be like he's from Spanish
that's
places.
a big market going.
You're like, no, I mean,
Taking
like,
a
was he
while for shit
born
to
here,
bounce
or
back,
is
but
he
as I
just
said, we have
like
a good price right now.
He's from
Hopefully
like
it holds
there?
out,
I'm curious about
and
that.
hopefully the market
It'd be like
stays
how
where
black
it
is.
is. So.
That's just joking. You're like Mike said he was super black.
So everything will be just gravy.
Speaking African, I just love what? What'd you say? Well, hold on, let me see that comment right there. Speaking African, I just love when he tells us how things are in our country. LOLO. What's that mean? My favorite grump stuff.
You know the world is going to hell when you have woke lobsters.
What?
We're all going to hell.
What?
Well, the crab
They're making the lobsters
because there's no
gay.
crab market right
They're
now.
making
For some
the
reason,
lobsters gay, you guys.
a lot of places don't have crab market.
They're using
So,
the little
all these
vitamin
fishermen,
droppers to make
they
the
might be keeping a
lobsters
crate
gay.
here or
That's what
there
they're
that they're selling like to like the small pickers and shit like that there. But there's no true crab market. And the crab have overtaken the fucking like it seems like every time you haul a trap up, it's right full of fucking crab. I go, well, you know, it is 2024. Can we just put them in a crate and say they relate to being a lobster? I mean, come on now.
You have to wake the lobsters.
I mean,
just
And
wake up,
that's
bro.
your livelihood is
Open
is the
your
fishing. You know, that's your livelihood. You know, it's like
I mean,
no life
we've,
in fishing is
we've
What?
said we've stayed consistent the last few hauls, so
yeah.
so I can't really complain too much.
You can do a little more drawing while I'm up.
They're doing
Although we want to get
up.
frozen fucking
I need to go
bait,
to bed
so
soon.
that's gonna be fun. Dealing with frozen
like-
bait money.
Leggy, is it true? The one guy was talking about the guy that you said, the real popular guy, the guy that owns his own boat. 'Cause
Jacob
I was
Knoll.
he was talking about the hatcheries are starting to get more popular. They're trying to hatch more lobsters and release them.
Yeah, they're trying to do something to help with the population. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think anything wouldn't help increase the population, but
Yeah.
at the same time, like they're going to increase the. They say the catch is down, so they're going to do all this. Well, if you do an increase in the measure, the catch is going to drop in general because it's a lot of times it's a small run.
Yeah.
Like, anyways, so I don't know. I don't get what you're going to have smaller hauls definitely for a year or two. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So on average, a haul is probably 500 to 700 pounds right now. This time of year, if that measure goes up, that will drop probably 300 to 500 pounds.
Mhm.
So
as long as you can stay consistent and you keep getting that paycheck, you're doing all right. And hey, listen, if you have a blow up month, great. That's awesome. You know, so yeah, man. I just know people that have boats that have worked in that profession, and it's hard work. It's tough as nails work. You know, and you can't get seasick. You got to be able to take the waves and take the constant movement while you're trying to work. You know, it's like a dance. You know, you got to kind of move around. But yeah, man. Hey, go for it, bro.
If I had no clue about like anything to do with like lobsters or anything, I'd probably start with like, yeah, you gotta not get seasick on the boat while you're out there lobstering. I just imagine they throw like some nets or something. You got Leggy over there like fucking pulling them out of the fucking net and chucking lobsters onto the boat. They're fucking flying and their little arms are fucking falling off and stuff. It's crazy. It's a good job.
You know,
Most of the time,
fishing
her arms
you should
stay
get a
on.
shirt,
Just
bro.
sometimes
Fishing
they
ain't
come off.
easy. You know? That's it. Market it. Whew.
Have you ever seen a woman that used to look very attractive, and then all of a sudden you see her years later, and you're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck happened?
Oh,
to her?
okay.
Yeah.
He's a damn
I'm having
Puerto
one of them
Rican.
moments right now.
How's he allowed to
It is
run
funny,
for
and
anything? They're not allowed
how
to
about the
vote.
flip side,
They can
Leggy?
run for
You see a
things.
girl like you knew in high
Crazy.
school or early in college, and you see her
He
like
had to
10
have been
late
born
year
here.
later, and you're like, damn, she's fine.
Yeah,
Like, so
I know
people,
a girl.
Wait, no, wait.
I know
Well,
a
Yeah.
couple
I guess
girls
his
like
family
that.
was probably from
yeah, like the
Puerto
ugly
Rico.
duckling that turned into like the princess. You know,
Well,
so,
Like they have no rights.
You know what my barber says about my
And
barber used to
cancels.
say about, but he's a Dominican fella. He used to go,
Mhm.
he goes, them ugly ducklings. He goes, they get out, and he goes, they get that cherry poked, and he goes, they get a
Yeah.
little bit, a little poke into them. He goes, they start thickening up a little bit and mature, and he goes, them are the ones that turn and mature into a beautiful swan. He goes, I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Definitely.
he's like, have you ever noticed that though? He goes, you get a girl that was kind of skinny, and then she, she gets older, she starts, putting out more, and she
Yeah.
pumps up a little bit. I go, well, yeah, it makes sense.
There was a lot of girls like that. I'll give you an example. Like there were girls that got like married right out of high school, right? Like a girl will get married at 18, right? And then she'll have one or two kids, sometimes three, by 21, 22 years old. Now, she may be married. I mean, I'm not saying she's living in sin. That's not what I'm trying to say. But
What?
and then
Living
it doesn't
in-
work.
Yeah, marriage.
And
I
now
wasn't
she's
talking about
living in
marriage,
sin.
though, but
No, I'm just saying. But and then
no.
and then
I see someone stayed in chat.
yeah.
Mike's calling her
But
a
I think
fool.
a woman not being able to, and a guy too, not be able to sow our oats. And then as we get a little bit older, we go a little crazy with it, because we never had that crazy youth because everybody deserves a few years of us going out and just having pure fun.
Well,
Just
did you
having
see
fun.
that documentary on Netflix about that dude on that sperm donation site or whatever it is, and he's like fathered like supposedly like over 1,000 children and shit.
Yes.
And
I did
there's a
see
couple dudes that's like that, and they said like these 5 guys all together. This is all in Europe, right? They said these 5 guys, their genomes have polluted the gene pool so much that with the exponential growth of like the populations, and you take account of like this person's gonna have like at least 2 kids, this person has 2 kids, like, and you just do that as an average. Like at the end of it, it's like 100,000 fucking relatives from this one dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Just how it expands because he's followed all. They said that it's possible within like just a few generations that you would have there's
What?
really
Wait,
possible
what?
you could have mating and not actually know it. You know what I
Is
mean?
that
Because
why
you
he's
don't know
off
who
camera?
the donor is.
He's off
most
camera.
of the
Think
time.
about balls real quick.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
it's like
just
that.
To get really high.
And it's like that, Leggy, with adoption. People will have adopted parents, and sometimes they find out as they're adults who their real parents were. It doesn't matter. Those people raised you. Those are your parents. But, sometimes there are adopted kids that never know who birthed them, who they came out of, and some do, some don't.
Mike.
If I was adopted, which I wasn't, if I was, I would never want to know my real parents. I'd want to give my love to the people that raised me. Whatever you guys think.
This is
I don't know what you
so
guys
weird.
think.
This is so fucking weird, okay? Because I was watching this movie with my mom the other day, right? And I only watched a little part of it, right? But when I walked in, it was like this black chick, and her dad was like dying or something. But she had given up her kid for adoption. A little black kid. I was gonna say a little black dude, but a little black kid. And I guess she was a judge, and she got assigned to his case or something, and somehow nobody noticed that, hey, judge, this is the kid she gave up for adoption. It looked like little Eric. But anyway, she didn't notice until she was going to see the kid. Like, the kid was actually taking her to see his grandpa or whatever. And then she's like, oh, that's my dad. Oh, and then she's like, oh, but he's dying. And then she's like, oh, shit, that means this is my kid that I gave away. And then later on, the dad tries to go see her at work, and she like, since she's a judge, she's like, she writes a little note and passes it on. She's like, tell him to get the fuck out of here. And then they kick him out. And then later on, she like tells the little boy, she's like, I didn't try to reach out to you. You need to leave me alone, basically, and just walks away. And it was like, damn, the origins of Lawless. Just kidding. All right, back to this. Prideful.
I mean, your parents or whoever raised you.
I don't know what that
You
is.
got it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know,
I could look at it from my own perspective as well, and that is, my parents split when I was a baby, right? And so I was raised in the house solely by my mother. However, every
Like,
single
what you
one of
say?
my
What you say
friends'
about me?
parents was 100% a parent.
Let's see, what was it?
Whenever I was in their presence, I even had friends, even my best friend. Like, we're sitting there playing.
Oh
video
yes,
games,
the story
and
of the
dad
kid
comes home
from the
work, and
movie.
his mom finished cooking dinner,
Very
and
inspiring.
dad,
Very inspiring.
mom yells,
Actually, I
"Hey,
don't know how
dinner's
it
ready,
ends. I
let's
didn't
get
see
to
the ending.
table." But we're playing video games, right? And my friend doesn't move. Like, my head's on a swivel now. My friend doesn't move. Hey guys, dinner is on the table. Let's go. My friend, he doesn't move. My buddy's his dad walks by, I guess, to go to the bathroom, wash his hands, whatever, before dinner, and he goes, "Hey,
Dang, Mike stays all the
your-
way to
your
the
mom said
end.
dinner's ready.
Let's see if
Shut it
anybody
down
interesting
and
joins.
get up there and eat dinner."
No,
My
this
friend
is gonna be
doesn't.
this boring shit for the rest of it.
And when my
Sucks.
friend's dad came back from around the corner where we were sitting, which is was like a long living room, so a living room that bleeds into the kitchen, so everything's visible like that. And we're sitting there. His dad comes back around the corner and he goes, "Hey, I told you, dinner's ready. Shut it down. Get up." And my buddy didn't move. So his dad reached
Was
out.
he? I didn't see
He
it.
didn't turn it off.
Let's see what he does. I'm gonna
Nothing.
stare
He
at him
just
now.
unplugged the whole
Could do
Sega
it.
Genesis, kind of gave it a light toss, picked his son up, my buddy, up underneath the armpit, walked him into his bedroom, shut the door, and I could hear the spanking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was them being parents to their child. But at the same time, I was like, it transferred to me because I didn't want to see my buddy get in trouble for disobeying. You know what I mean? I was honestly ready to eat. And so that particular family, like I said, it's my best friend in the whole world. That lesson, it was like, hey, these are respectable people who will call you out when you don't do the right thing. And when somebody cooks for you, like your parent, some kids, they don't get it. They don't get that what they're getting is
I didn't just say
raised.
shit.
And when you buck back or you don't do what you're told, you can.
Now I want to see what
there's two
Jeff's doing. I was
answers to
just
it,
trying
and
to
it's either,
mimic
okay,
Mike.
I'm not gonna put
All
my
right,
hands
look at
on you,
Jeff.
but
Let's see
you
what Jeff's
just
doing.
decided to
Lick
go to
his
bed
lips.
without
He's licking
dinner
his fucking lip.
or you
Like-
yank them up out of that mentality and you set them straight. And yeah, my friend
now
came
my
out of
lips
that
are all
room
slobbery
with
because
a
I
s-
mimicked
like a
him.
single tear in his eye. He was old enough to not be like hurt by it, but
Single
it
tear in
was
his
like,
eye
yeah, he
like
just
a
got worked
sad
out,
Navajo.
and he understood.
They
He came
throw
out
a
of that
little
room,
piece of
he went
trash
straight
on
to
the
table,
park floor.
and it was awkward sitting with your friends, family. It's just the four of us eating in silence because my boy's
He
just
just got
sitting
his
over
ass
there
whooped.
like he's like eating his dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounds awkward.
I can remember
Alright.
similar story. I was fucking, my dad wanted me to do something, and I wouldn't
Pretty
do it.
close
And he
to the
come in,
story
grab
I
a
told.
PlayStation, and fucking humchucked it the fuck out across the fucking house.
Yeah.
And then I can remember I told him to go fuck himself. That was the worst thing I could have done. My dad picked me the fuck up, and man, he threw me the fuck across the damn room. He goes, "You want to act big and bad?" He goes, "It's time for you to learn a lesson." I was like, "I don't want to learn a lesson."
Yeah.
And as a father now, I can say, because going back to the who are your parents, I can say that yes, I was raised very compassionately and peacefully and freefully.
Yes,
I was allowed to be my own.
It'd be like, did anybody else's parents pick them up and throw them around? Mine didn't. Well, not. I think me and my dad got in like one fight, maybe. I think that was like the last one. It was just one scuffle, and I think it was because him and my sister got into something, and he like pushed her or something. But really, I mean, it was really the end of it. I mean, it was like all the numbers were against him. He's like, do I really want to keep fighting all my family members? That'd be pretty crazy.
Butterfly with my mom. Even though, like, you know, she would tell me to do things. She would get mad at me sometimes. I would mess up. But you know, it wasn't like having a father in the house. And when I was going to my friend's house,
I don't know.
You know, some of them even had single moms, but at the same time, I respected their parents as the same way I respected my mom. But especially when there was a father in the house, because I didn't have that.
The little one that's like dancing to the little Iraq music.
Out of my chair when I, you know,
the Family Guy one where he's Iraq.
Do you think you suffered for it, like not having that? Because I was the same way. There's a lot of things I missed
and butter sauce
from not having that.
Don't boil me.
I would say
I'm
to an
still
extent,
alive
because it wasn't in my
Iraq
home.
lobster.
But at the same time,
Iraq lobster.
I had plenty of friends that had parents, both of them in the household, and so I got to see both sides. I got to see what the father looked like when he come home from work. I got to see how he reacted to the mischief we would get into, versus just having.
So you had a father. So you just had a father.
You know, sometimes parents they do a huddle, and it's going to be like, okay, Mom, you're going to go out there and you're going to say what needs to be said. And if it doesn't go your way, I'm going to come in and I'm going to start pulling cables on video games. I'm going to start throwing toys in the trash.
That's stupid. That is stupid. I mean, just do whatever you feel like doing, but don't be like, oh, we're going to manipulate our kid or plan this whole little scheme just to get him to eat the green beans or sweep. Be like, hey, sweep. Because you're not lazy, okay? You're not a lazy little bum, are you? You're just a lazy little bum? Well, then, you know, you're not going to have new toys. You're not going to have new stuff. You could go outside and play then. You could be one of the little ragamuffin kids that just runs around wearing the same dirty clothes and being all nappy. Or you can fucking clean up and you can have your toys back, you know? You know that, or, you know, just get a belt and spoil the kid, you know? Spoil the shit out of them.
You know, I'm gonna start picking people up.
I don't know about that.
Because this is good.
See, that's what I mean. That's too far. You can hit your kid with about like maybe 3 times, and it really can't be like in the face or anything, or like on the chest or anything too much. I think it mostly has to be on the backside, you know. But yeah, you can whoop a kid's ass, you know, hit them on the legs or the back of, you know, their rear end or whatever. It's normal discipline with a belt. But even then, I wouldn't want to hit my daughter. I would give her a little spanky, maybe on her hand or something, be like, no, something like that. I don't know yet. And even when I just go, no, she just goes, and she'll just go on the floor, like throw herself on the floor. Just go just be like, dude, I just said no, like, because like last time it was because I was eating hot wings, right? Like me and my girlfriend eat hot wings, so she kept trying to reach over and like climb up and get the hot wings, and so I was like, no, and it was like seriously, no, because if you touch these, they're literally burning my mouth. There were I forget, like I don't think there were the atomic ones because I don't usually get those. There were the other ones that are damn near as hot as them. They're like the second in line. I forget their name, but they're good, but they're so hot. And I should have got some good ones, like the mango habanero wings at like was it Buffalo Wild Wings? Yeah, they're very good. We got a Wingstop here, and I think long ones, but they only have hot wings. I think maybe barbecue wings or something. But not all the good flavors. We used to have this place here. I forget what it was called. I think Native New Yorker or some shit like that. Something. It was one of those places, but it served hot wings, and they had like freaking 20 or 30 flavors of hot wings. And then some days it'll just be like freaking like, what are they, like 50 cents hot wings or something, which is a pretty good price for hot wings. I don't know. All right, back to you.
Go down, it has to.
I just ramble on about hot wings.
What I do. My kids, man,
Not even
they don't want
hungry.
to listen. I'll walk right
But I
upstairs.
do got hot wings in the fridge. Oh, I
can
can eat some hot wings before I go to bed.
Their phones,
Or I
all
can save it for
unplugged in
lunch
that box.
tomorrow.
I go, there you
I
go.
might just save it for lunch tomorrow.
Sit
I
upstairs,
take it for
do
lunch.
nothing. You guys don't want to listen. Don't want to do what
Take it
your
for
mother
lunch.
and me
Take
asked.
it for lunch.
Sit
Save them
upstairs,
money.
do
Save them
absolutely
money.
nothing. Don't come down until it's time for dinner.
I gotta
And
get
then you have
lunch
to go back upstairs and go to bed.
Yeah.
You know,
Does that work?
sometimes they work for the oldest one. The middle child, she's
Oh, I should get paid soon, like a week or so. I don't know. I don't know, like maybe 9 more. No, it's about not 9 more. About a week or something. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get paid on like Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Or the worst could be Friday night. That would be the latest. That's where everybody gets paid. It's like Thursday night going into Friday, and then Friday is usually where everybody considers payday. Some people Thursdays, and then it really just depends on the banking system you have, really. But I'm using Cash App, so I think it's one of the ones where you get paid earlier, like 2 days early. So I might get paid on a Tuesday. I don't know. I don't know which day is my payday, but we'll see. But soon I will be able to pay. I'm gonna have to pay to the car. I'm gonna have to get a fucking, I don't know if I gotta get an alternator. Tomorrow after work, I should have did this today, but I went and did some DoorDashes for a bit. I should have did this today, but my car needs either an alternator, a starter, or a replacement battery because the battery is under warranty. The alternator and the starter aren't. So that's my responsibility, sadly. But once I buy it, it will be under warranty for like, I think they give like, well, I'm going to try to get one that has like a limited lifetime warranty, whatever it is, where it's like, as long as you keep it in this car or whatever, then if it dies in this car, we'll use the same one or whatever. Dak will fix it for you or something. Do something, or hire Savage Dave to have. Yeah, he'll suckle the starter until it starts. He'd be like, "See, what you got to do is get some of my saliva deep inside the little crevices. It's better than any kinds of lubricants, and it rebuilds, freaking, or it disintegrates all corrosion." So all the parts get instantly cleaned and become like new. All he has to do is just put his mouth all over him. That would be another good cartoon. He's just like, it'd be like, don't that hurt your teeth? He'd be like, he just looks at you, like, I don't have no teeth. And it just goes back to like fucking gumming the machine, slobbering all over it. That'd be another good weird cartoon. We got good plans today. The weed makes good plans.
He's kind of, man. She's
You
hit
know,
or
it's-
miss.
it's
Having daddy.
But
Oh
ultimately,
no,
I mean,
no,
I win,
no
me and my wife
CP in
win
there.
with the dance
Jeez.
with the adult.
I don't. How does that
it's-
even get
that's even a
associated with
funny
him? I
question.
don't think
Does
he
it
wants that or
because
watches
even
that.
in the moment,
I mean, I don't know.
it's not going to give them the full spectrum. You know what I mean? Of why you're doing what
Give him a
you're doing
natty daddy.
and telling them.
I
to
give
do
him a
certain
natty
things.
daddy.
But that's why you get like that.
You're
those
like, we're
memes that say,
distributing
adulting
CP
is
to
hard."
Dave now.
Well, your parents probably
We're
tried
going
to
to
show
jail,
but
you guys.
pushed
We're
back
going
so
to
much
jail.
You neglected to learn the lessons. Of,
We're all going
oh,
to jail
hey,
now.
most days as an adult, I
You're
have to
an
get up
accomplice. Senior
earlier than I
citizen
wanted
saw
to get
you
up.
were aware of it.
I had to
You knew
go
it
and do
happened.
something
You
on
didn't call
somebody
the
else's
police.
property
Just
to
joking.
get
Just joking.
whatever we
guys.
agreed upon. I'll get
Jeez.
paid, and then I'm gonna go home and I can
He
barely afford
probably
the internet,
is,
or
honestly.
I have to
He's
live in this
definitely
one room apartment,
something.
or I have to
But
go
you
to
got-
college and I have to show up for my classes.
No natty
without somebody
daddies. He
holding my
insists on
hand
the
or threatening to
CP.
spank me.
He's
I
like,
don't go to
give me the
class, I fail.
CP.
If I fail, I wasted all that money on
Like, I don't have any,
You see what I'm saying?
Dave.
That's when you
Just
really
don't
see,
have it.
did it work?
Give me pictures of your. Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Ugh, that'd be horrible. That.
Mike just going, He sounds like a fucking when you're sitting in the shrink chair. And they're just writing down things.
The shrink chair.
He's the pussy monster. The pussy monster.
I feel like the way that I was raised, I feel like it worked because I reached points where, I had to go out without my parents and do things that were tough and do things I didn't want to do and take jobs that were not in my wheelhouse. But when I got to the point of asking my parents, about themselves and how they did things, and in a peaceful manner, not in like remember when you used to do this and this and this. No, it was, hey, what were you expecting out of that, or the relationship between you and dad and stuff like that. And that's when it really kind of clicked for
Guy
me
has a lot of
and allowed
family
me
issues,
to turn
huh?
around and say, regardless of how stuff went back then, I am so
My nose is
thankful that
so
you guys did that, because sometimes I'm in a situation and it's like, hey, I want to keep my job today. Maybe it'd be a good idea to not mouth off at my boss after I just fucked up.
After I just fucked the boss's daughter.
Yeah, you
Or if you're Jeff, his
you
son.
did pick up something.
You got the gonorrhea. You got gonorrhea. You picked up gonorrhea.
That's my perspective on it.
Your perspective's insane and crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even if you learn to do that, that's an advance over what some people are able to do, including me.
I don't know. I still feel like there's more and more disrespect in the world, and that's because there's less and less ass whoopings as children.
Well, maybe not that, but there's maybe more disrespect, but also there's more snowflakes that are willing to be disrespected everywhere they turn too. So it's not just that people are increasing the disrespect. It's that people are
dish out
weaponizing
some ass whoopings.
the amount of disrespect they subjectively feel too.
Come on. Laws are
I think,
real.
and Jeff,
Laws are
I think
really
that
real.
Parenting, being a parent is very complicated. Not everyone is a parent. People go through their entire life and never have kids. I have 2 sons and I have 3 stepchildren that I raised since they were 5, 6, and 8.
Wait, how many kids? How many kids was that? Do you forget about the bastard kid, or do you admit to that one? Does he have one regular kid and one bastard kid, or does he have 2 kids, or like 2 of them adopted? I forget. There's a long story. It's a lot of kids, honestly. He has a lot of kids that he doesn't see any of. He doesn't see any of these kids, by the way. Mike, we've never seen one of these kids on camera. We've only seen your sister's kids on camera, allegedly. But we've never seen your kids on camera. You don't got any damn kids. If you do, you don't see any of them, Mike. That's an odd, weird relationship. It's weird. That's weird. Just that you keep talking about your kids, or just like these kids with your ex and like shit like that. It'd be like, dude, you don't see any of those kids though. You don't give a shit about them. Fuck those kids.
For their entire life and never have kids. You know, I have 2 sons and I have 3 stepchildren that I raised since they were 5, 6, and 8. But it's difficult being a parent. There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, especially when you're a parent of 3 at 23, 24 years old. That's a big, daunting task. But, you know, the way that I parented was I did spoil my kids. I'm not going to lie about that. But they had to
Spoil their asses
they had
with
to
a
have good
belt.
grades. They had to have
I
clean
love that
rooms.
little.
They had
Spare
to be
their asses,
upstanding
spoil
looking,
the child.
respectful. You know, and when they did that, they got rewarded with the new Game Boy or, you know, Big Christmas or going to a water park. But they had to earn that. And I can tell you, gentlemen, with 100% truth, I've only had to spank my kids maybe on one hand. That's it. And it was a very light spanking. It was more of, if you do right, I love you. If you do wrong, I still love you. But I expect better.
That's my goal.
Well, now they're going to make
for my
videos
daughter.
about how you beat your kids.
But
Yeah, Mike. what
Did
the
it
fuck?
work? Like the rewarding and thing? Because
Well, when Mike joined, he said his kid wanted to kill himself. So I mean, no, it didn't work. Plus, Mike doesn't ever see his kid. His kid's never there. They never talk or anything. So I mean, you know, it's just you know, he never talks about like really anything like that would be like proof of a real conversation or anything. Like he never shows anything or anything like just that he has a family or anything. So I mean, you know, most likely he's just lying about this stuff like he lies about everything.
anybody can make a video about anything. People beat their kids. A spanking is not a beating. Spanking somebody.
We know you
But
got
did
a
the other
bastard
did the
kid.
other system work? Of
Well, was your
just,
kid really
like expecting
suicidal,
them
Mike?
to do these things and then
Was he
rewarding when
really?
they did it? So
Of
you
course.
more or
Yeah,
less
but
didn't
then,
have any
but
problems
here's
with
the
them.
thing though. Then they get
I believe the bastard kid's real and the suicide kid's real, but that's it. Like, and I think the suicide kid just hates Mike because Mike's crazy and he doesn't know what reality is because a father figure like Mike around would really warp your mind with all these crazy thoughts and fucking the way he changes up reality all the time and tries to just manipulate you and take you in circles. It'd be like him doing that to his kids or whatever. I'm pretty sure they would hate you, Mike. You know, I don't know. It'd be like whatever it did and made your kid sad, or was he sad about something? It's not. I guess that's not our business, but whatever. Stop. Whatever, Mike. It doesn't seem like you see any of these kids or talk to any of these kids or whatever.
that goes back to what
I don't
was
believe
talking about
this.
earlier, the
Mike
transactional
beats his black.
relationship, a reward.
Yes,
And
very true.
I was brought up, you do
Yeah.
things because you're expected to do things just like a normal fucking person. You know what I mean? You're not
Oh
expected to always get
shit!
something in return. My parents,
He did
the way
say
they
he would
raised my
get
brother
cheese
and the way
heads,
they
kids,
raised me,
if he
'cause
had
there's
them.
9 years between me and my brother.
He said things
Completely
about my
different.
daughter
Like
before. He's
after
a
I
great
moved out of the
he
house
is,
and shit,
but
like my brother,
even then,
everything he
still
did.
talk to him
Hey,
sometimes.
I'll give you $5 if you do this. Hey, I'll give you $1 if you do
Still,
this. Hey, I'll give you
went
10 if you
over
do
a
this.
while ago.
Hey, you
I
stay
went over
home
to
and watch the
Dave's like a
dogs. I'll
week
give you
ago or something.
I'll give you $20. Like shit like that, you know what I mean? So my brother learned now you ask him to do something that's, well, how much money is it for me? Or what do I
Sure.
get out of it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, instantly.
Like P
and if-
Diddy. That's what P Diddy would do. It's what it says in those freaking documents. It's like P Diddy would be like telling people, well, you know, if you want this or if you're gonna do this, you know, then you're gonna have to do this for me. And then he'd be like surprising him the day of the event or something. He'd be like, oh, change the plans, or unless you want to do this or something like, and you know, just something to always sneak in some, you know, some sexually inappropriate shit just to, you know, get his rocks off or what. I don't know. Diddy is a freak. Like, freaky ass nigga. He is 69 God. For real, though. Like, for real. Like, Drake just likes getting his ass eaten, right? Like, Drakey. Likes getting his asshole eaten. That's about it. Probably by guys and girls because of things Diddy taught him were part of the rap game, apparently. Oh yeah, everybody gets fucked in their ass over here at the rap game. Be like, okay, Diddy. And like hashtag no Diddy.
And I love my parents to death, but I blame them for it. Me, on the other hand, yeah, I might expect a favor back if I'm doing you a favor, but not immediately or like, but that's just how shit works. Like if I'm doing a solid for you, at some point I'm going to need a solid back. And when I call on you for that, if you don't do it,
oh yeah, it's almost bedtime.
Shame on you.
This thing better be over soon.
So,
yeah.
But it is true. Like almost.
Yeah, it's almost over.
When you have a conversation or a relationship with somebody in some sort of way, you're expecting some type of reciprocation back, some type of response, some type of.
And Leggy, I think that no one has the right to judge any parent that these people have never had children. They don't understand the ups and downs what it is to try to run a family, to try to take care of other people, to try to do all these things. And people are so easily.
Well, prime example.
I will judge you if you beat your kid in the grocery store.
Well, listen, I'm sitting right here right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my kids to have a scout event they're at right now, so I'm waiting for them to get done that. So I'm sitting here waiting. There's a store across where I'm sitting. This woman just had a kid. He can't be much older than maybe 3, right? Well, he just ran in the middle of the road. She grabbed him, swatted him on his butt, and said, "Bad, dangerous." But she didn't but it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It's enough contact to be like, make the kid be like, oh, damn, but not enough to hurt him. Like, you know what I mean? I just watched this, just like literally just as we're speaking, I just watched this happen.
I feel like my entire life was basically just to take care of those children, and they're all doing.
And it was a woman of color, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I've it's just people take things overboard, but you have to discipline your kids. You have to put them in the right direction, but you do it constructively. You do it in a way where they're going to fear you, but they're going to fear your disappointment more than anything else. And parenting is not easy. It's very difficult.
Like, come to me, fishes. Get in my net.
It's difficult. It's
like, why, Leggy? Why are you getting in the
net? Mike, is it disciplined or
guiding? I can transport you guys to Planet Restaurant quicker.
I could barely hear you.
I said, is it discipline or guiding, or is that how you got actually conditioned? Because the guided child is by far more superior.
What does that mean?
With me, I was probably spanked a couple of times when I did some really messed up stuff. And it was light. It was just like taking your hand and like going like it was nothing.
Wait, so they didn't whoop you on the ass? I got like grabbed. Like one time me and my brother, like we were up early, right? Like, because my parents, we usually sleep till like at least like 9 or 8 or something. And sometimes we'd wake up super early, or we'd just, like, I guess like a few times at least. We woke up super early, and this one time we were playing with like fire, I guess. We had a cup, and we like lit it on fire, like the inside of it, and then we like put the lid on it, and we threw it over the fence, and like it landed like right by like the neighbor's backyard, and so the cup burned. And then it lit up the little grass, which got like next to their wooden fence and lit their whole fence on fire, right? So the whole back of their fence was wooden. And so their whole fence pretty much burned down. And I had to go over there and tell the dude, hey, your back fence is on fire. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then they went and checked, and I guess they called the fire department or whatever. But I remember getting my ass whooped for that. But I guess my brother got whooped harder because I remember he was crying. And I was like, I remember when my dad hit us. So like he like grabbed us and spanked us though. It was like that, just like a spanking. It wasn't that bad. But I guess my brother was still crying at like afterwards. I was like, oh, that wasn't too bad. And he was still crying. I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I guess whatever. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a spanking or anything. We can get our asses beat like crazy, where they're like now we're kicking you and hitting you with belts all over the place or anything. Yeah, I don't think that was a belt whooping. I think it was a hand whip. I don't think it was a belt whip. I don't know. It might have been a belt. I don't think it was though. I don't remember it really hurting too much or anything. Like, I don't feel like I got hit like too hard or anything. So, but I did burn down the whole fence while me and my brother. It was funny. It was funny though. When like thinking back on it, definitely deserve that. They'd be like, "Quit playing with fucking fire, you guys! You're gonna freaking burn down somebody's house and shit. You're gonna bankrupt us." I don't know. All right, back to back to whoever they were talking about. Mike's making a weird looking face. I'm not sure what that means.
It was nothing. It was just like to jar your attention. And then it was reinforcement right afterwards. It was, I'm doing this because I want you to be better. I want to get your attention. I want you to go on the right path. And it's a jar. You're jarring somebody to realize that you're messing up. But it was never injuries or marks or anything like that. It was never like that. It was almost like to get you to kind of get you focused on what the parents trying to say.
Time out. Overemphasizing on that. How was your parents raised? Were they raised in a warlike? Okay, my apologies. And sorry, Mike. So was your parents? How were they raised? Were they in a warlike situation? Again, this is how people actually raise their kids unaware. You send your kids to a schooling system. Did you actually investigate? Talk to the teachers? Did you talk to the people that's in your community how that child should be schooled? Are we going to be teaching kids like Confucius? You got to find it. Exactly. That's a form of neglect. Most people just look at extremities of neglect. Did you teach your child how to breathe? No. So that's not really the role of the parent then. Again, the environment plays a major role. Do you put your kids around electrical lines? Because that'll fuck them up in some ways too. Do you put them around in a gangster area? Again, most parents
so no internet
raising more children.
Yeah, that's how we were. It was like
okay,
five children try to raise each other.
I'll try to dissect it the best I can. My kids were never around power lines. We've always been upper middle class. My family, and then my
the power lines.
They don't got the power lines over here.
That's just an example, Mike. That's just an example.
It was a very stupid fucking example. I got kids next to the power lines, and now the magnetic field's getting all up in my radius. In here, I don't know. Stupid.
Again, even classification. Did you explain to your kids? Did you explain to your
kids?
Oh
wait, hang on. We have emergency breaking news.
Yeah, I was trying to finish what you were asking. Oh, nice.
That does look kind of good, honestly. Yeah.
This is
I don't know what it is.
You can tell it's my plate.
Is that spinach? Like, what's the greens? Spinach?
All right, so he's got medium rare. He's got medium rare beef, which looks beautiful. He's got spinach. He's got sauteed mushrooms, right?
Let him answer.
And some kind of gravy or sauce.
It's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Balsamic vinaigrette and some mushrooms. Not the psychedelic kind.
So it's like a Tuscan. It's like a Tuscan steak salad, basically.
Yes,
Mike, the food guru here.
Time to dig in, folks. I'll be back in a few minutes.
There you go.
There you go.
I guessed it. I guessed it.
Dig deep into their wallets and their hearts,
like,
and donate some of that hard-earned fiat currency.
We do work on donation.
Jeffrey himself would like to order himself a box of Green Chef. Now that he's a friend, he's not allowed to. So we need to get him enough money.
I need like a little bit of the mushroom with
the main
maybe.
And if you guys could just donate $100,
Mike is Guy Fieri. That'd be a good meme now. Mike is Guy Fieri.
May the power of Christ compel you. Yep. Yeah, man.
No, this is like the church where they have the little collection box.
But get Rudy.
Want to leave something. That's pretty much how this operates.
Whatever.
I'm not doing the
I don't know, man. I don't know, Jeff. If it was up to Liliana, she'd sell off all of your content.
It was tempting, but it's just not me. Like, I've never been a good capitalist. I find it distracting to other things that I'm trying to do.
Let me tell you something, Jeff. If someone was to say to you, "I'll give you $1,000, Jeff, to kick this person off for a couple months."
Oh shit!
I expect you to take.
Oh shit!
Not a month. Not that's too long. Not for a couple of months.
Let's say a month. Let's say a month. But I want Jeff. I want you to listen to one thing. Mike P. He's a very
Wait, what?
Good Italian. He knows how to like.
He's a very
I didn't know
good
he was
Italian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say his last name. Oh, he's a Goomba, bro. He's a Goomba.
Yeah, he's been up. He's come up.
Yeah, he's
They
very
got-
greasy. He's very
They got
greasy.
Dago.
But no, he's a real
John,
Dom.
it was good. It was good to see you.
No, but he perfected the kickoff game. In other words, someone would pay 10 minutes to kick someone off for 20 minutes. But the thing is that you would get 10 of them in a night. And
like
then,
10 different people, or
He's like, watch him, watch what he did. That's the best way to do it. He's just dying to go back to Mr. P's. Actually, it sounds like he's like, I think he's willing to trade in Gen X Jeff for Mr. P right now. Honestly, from one Italian to another Mr. P. Think about it. Italians should look out for Italians. He's kind of hanging out with a gay Satanist. So if you don't let him back up, he might be condemning himself to hell for eternity because Satan's winning, Mr. P. There's a battle for Mike's eternal. I'm just joking. I don't give a shit. All right, back to this.
Yes. I would piss people off, and they would kick me off for 20 minutes.
Oh, you were the same person 10 times.
Yeah, I'd piss them off, and they'd kick me off, and I'd come back. But that's how you generate long money. Not
long money, but that's how you generate long money. What's that even mean? Like just money that's consistently coming in for a long time because you're not letting. All of this is about not letting Mike get away. He's trying to convince you to not let him get away because of the people you bring up. He's starting his bullshit with Jeff now. He's trying to manipulate Jeff into not letting certain people up anymore because he doesn't want what happened last time to happen again, where people confront him and he just says, I'm going to go cook food. And then he comes back and says, hey, Liliana, I was actually over here cooking food, so whatever. Leaves and then comes back and tries to manipulate you, Jeff, saying, oh, they're bad people. They're bad people. And he's going to keep saying it over and over and over again. Anyway, poor little Jeffrey Dahmer over here. He's a damn idiot.
Short money. Kicking someone off for a week for $200 is weak. First of all, I don't think she'd pay $200, probably $100. But then you're foregoing the kickoff game. Get with Mike backstage or through Discord. He'll teach you the kickoff game, bro. These people make money with the kickoff game. So I go on a channel called Caddick Truth, right?
Yeah, I knew his channel.
And he does the kickoff game. And he'll make $300 to $500 a day in the game. You're talking about $2,000 or $3,000 a week.
How long does he kick him off for?
20 minutes, 15 minutes. Sometimes
I can't believe how much people would pay for riches, much less kicking off.
If you're believing this is like the standard of how much people are making a day and they're not actually super famous, then I don't know. You got Jeff rocking though with the excitement of making a bunch of money. And look at Mike's over here like, yeah, rock for me, Jeff. Yes, you believe my bullshit. It's like, and Jeffrey's like, I kind of do like the idea of making that much money. He's like, all you got to do is keep Mikey happy and you can make that much money, Jeffrey. But where's that money going to come from, Mike? You're literally going to have to front like 95% of that every single time, which means like every single time Jeffrey goes live, you're going to have to give him like, what, fucking 300 or 4, well, how much did you promise them? 300 a show? Like, so like what, let's say 370 or 270, whatever. I don't know.
And he'll go backstage and go, Mike, Mike, come back in 20. Come back. Because he wants me to come back. I'm like, I'll be back.
So you can get kicked off again, so he could change.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good because I love.
Did he give you a cut? Did you get any of it?
No, I do not want any.
That's exploitation. You should unionize.
No. I'm happy to see somebody that's a content creator that puts work in. That's their business. That's their business. If I can help a friend, no, it's not. If I can help,
I'm not a great capitalist, but I'm probably an even worse altruist. I'm skeptical.
Hear me out. If I can help a YouTube friend get some bank, then I will. Because financially, Jeff, I'm fine. I'm not rich, but I'm fine. I've been saving since I was 19. I'm almost 50 years old. I'm okay. So if I can,
I've never known a hoe to work for free. That's
it's okay. Like I said, I find it comical,
dude. He wants something in return for all these things he's promising you. It's not free. He just wants you to not let certain people on panel. He wants you to pretty much let him dictate who comes on panel all the motherfucking time. If I move like that, does it make your autism catch what I'm just wiggle? It makes him do all these just fucking wiggle around so you understand me. Is that how it works? My words got to be like fucking swaying through the air all crazy to get the message. You feel like we both talk about he's over there like we're just fucking talking to each other like idiots now. That's sheesh.
It's funny to me. It's funny, but no, but you have to be careful with the kickoff, like for like the week or something like that, because people do get pissed. Jeff, this is just my opinion. People get pissed and they don't come back.
Meaning you got pissed, Mike Cerrone, and you didn't go back to Mr. P's. So did Mr. P get paid to kick you off for a week and you just don't go back now? I mean, great for you, I guess. Whatever.
And then that person's like, whoa.
But people could kick you off for like 20 minutes and you'd be okay with that?
$20.
Yeah, even Mike saying you were a great sport.
Hey Jeff, $20 right now. Yeah. See what Mike just said? Go back to what Mike just said.
Not a good sport.
Like $20 for 20 minutes. Is that how
minutes? See what Mike just said?
Think about this. Think about this, Jeffrey. Think about this. Think about this. Think about this. Think about this, please, Jeffrey. Because it's funny. Do you think Mr. P serious? Was Mike a great sport, or has Mr. P been up there like kind of, semi trolling Mike or whatever? Sometimes everybody takes their little subtle shots at Mike, and Mike takes them back. So, tis what it is. But you don't pick up on any of them because you're not aware of all the lore. Yeah, we gotta wrap this.
Mike's like, yeah, he was cool with it. And I was.
That's why I just
want to
tired now. With this conversation. I just want to ask, how much am I worth?
There's no.
You have to get your troll game up. Mike's work.
All right, well,
people off. I would be up there.
All right, there's one little good part. It looks like I just looked at the very last bit of this, and then we'll get out of here because I'm tired.
Ripping people. Oh shit, dude! It was, and Vinny was up there. Tommy was up there for a while. Then
let's see, actually, if Jeffrey protects Mike or doesn't, because something's gonna happen. I'm guessing.
He ended up, going back to his channel, but it was Vinny and me.
Or maybe Cheese had.
There was a lot of people. A lot of the people that come up, like Grumpy Drunk and people like that, and a lot of the people that come up, like Liliana, they were Vegas Valley, but they ended up like leaving. And
hey, Cheese, is that you?
Yes.
They caused a rift. Right. And Cheese and Jake, and they were all.
Hold on.
They were all staples. They were.
Oh, he's naming. So was Mike naming people? See, I wish I could have stayed up. No, you will stay up more and do more. I wish I could really, but I'm really, really tired. But we're gonna see this part here. But it looked like Mike was actually naming people right now that he doesn't want on the panel anymore. I did skip a few minutes there, so yeah, you might have missed like 5 minutes.
They were main staples there. They were like full-time panel members.
Hold on. First of all, I was there before Mike was. Okay.
Well, I didn't say that I wasn't. I didn't say that we
Wait,
wasn't.
hey, let him talk. Let him talk.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you said that he had hundreds and hundreds of people in his chat. That's bullshit.
Watching. Yeah.
That's
true.
No,
it's
it
true.
isn't. No, it isn't.
Right.
Joe bought.
So she said, "Did you?" So no, it's okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to start removing people so we can have a conversation.
Mike,
let me ask you a question. She said, "Did you tell Joe it's either me or Cerrone, and he kicked you off the panel?"
Never.
That's exactly Jeff.
No, it is.
On my son's life, that's what happened.
No, it isn't.
He said,
on my son's life. Holy shit, man. Oh, man. You got to work that out of your vocabulary, man. It's like Jack Talcott. I told him to quit saying cooperate. He keeps saying it, but whatever. You do you, man. You got to quit saying on my son's life. It's going to be bad. It's just going to be bad, because all those lies are going to catch up. Just joking. Anyway, let's see. Somehow Cheesehead gets kicked off, I think.
I'm sure it's on stream somewhere.
And Joe's like, bye. See you later.
Really?
And then Joe said on a stream, you're not going to make demands. You're not going to make demands to me. You're not going to.
Okay, hang on. It's turning to drama. This is what I did not want.
Mike got
up here. And Mike, you were helping me with this. This is taking me back to yesterday, and it's not even making money.
They both got kicked. I love it.
I thought Cheese was coming up to just chat. I didn't know it was to fact check Mike. And
as long as Mike gets kicked, Cheesehead getting kicked.
It doesn't matter to me if it was 500s, 400s. The point is, it was a very active channel with lots of people chatting at one time, and that was my interest in it. All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, there's Mike again.
So Cheesehead wants to kick me off. If you want to kick me, if you want to pay Jeff to kick me off, do that.
I didn't pay him. So what are you talking about?
Kick me off.
No, look. Okay, I just kicked y'all off to prevent this, and y'all brought it right back on. I'm gonna wrap up today anyway. We're over 6
there
hours.
We go.
I haven't eaten yet.
I was like, it is
I'm
over.
gonna go take my break, and then I'll start another one up later. So.
Okay, peace out. Little pot, no.
Like, okay, top. Let's skip. Alrighty, I'll see you guys tomorrow or next year, whenever. All right, I'm super tired, so I got to get some rest. All right, see you guys. Everybody have a good night. And my final thoughts. See, Mike's very afraid that Witchahart, Combat Wombat, Cheesehead, and all the others are going to be allowed on panel. But it looks like, Mike, if you argue or they argue, whoever argues first, or if you're both arguing, you'll both get kicked off. I think Mike thought, I can get Jeffrey to kick off this guy, kind of laughing at him in a way, and they both ended up getting kicked off, so that was good. All right. See you guys whenever.